Hello everybody, welcome to the Arcane Gate. I'm Denaru.
And I am Charles Walker, Fall Monkey 20. Welcome everybody. So, we are back from a little break. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, and yeah, we're ready to get back and play some D&D. So, last we left off, the group had all found themselves entering a tournament hosted by the Advent Mercenary Guild. They were greeted with pretty open arms as the head of Church of Cordell actually recognized them from the battlefield and got him into the tournament, was rooting for Marcus in particular the whole time. After some crazy rounds of combat with some guest players, eventually Amarok ended up on top. But not before Luna and Maddie had one of their episodes in front of the whole crowd. With that being said, foreign knights seemed to take interest in her. Another Osmar named Misty. She seemed to take interest in them in particular. And as the tournament's ending, everyone's kind of going about their business. It now goes back to the stands. As y'all look down to see Amarok has currently been knocked down after getting hit by a level 6 magic missile from his competitor in the field as she walks out of the field just with her gold.
Yeah, and I when we ended last time, I had healed him for 6 hit points.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. All of you are kind of standing in the field with Maddie and Kiara shortly joining y'all from the stands as well.
Aren't I still knocked out?
Around this time, you're starting to come to conscious.
Okay, I was just like, am I still out? I don't know.
My bad.
We all need a nap at this point.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just wake up and I'm assuming Maddie is like right there beside me if it's over with. I just kind of look at her and I'm like, so apparently I'm more competitive than I thought.
She just passes you the bucket that she's eating from.
Oh yeah, that's right, the chicken.
Yep.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah.
like I got chicken.
She just gives you like a deadpan look and she goes, "Yep, that you are." Continues eating her chicken.
You
it was
two,
a stunning strike. That's what got me. The stunning strike is what got me.
Yeah.
And she hands you the bucket of the lieutenant's turkey.
you
I
two,
didn't steal it. It just called that.
Maddie, Luna, that you saw that other Azimar here. She said that she had an interest in talking to the two of you potentially. I thought it'd be something that maybe you want to look into, since this is the only Azimar that we've met while we've been traveling around.
Raggy.
Ugly, the only Asmar we've met besides our dad.
Yeah.
Well, we could
In
potentially
fact,
get
actually, I don't ever remember being around any other Asmar.
Yeah, we were always kind of
Ever.
away from everyone.
I don't.
Oh. Well, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe we could get some answers if she maybe knows something about this. Maybe this is something more connected to Azimars in general, which I've never met one until I've talked to the two of you, so I wouldn't know.
And we are not normal.
No, we're not. I say as I hug the bucket like it's a lifeline.
Well,
Hey, share.
her name is Misty, apparently.
Misty.
I will say that considering the fact that we still don't know entirely, like we know we're cursed, but we don't know if it's a Asmar thing or not, I would feel more comfortable if we all, and I like gestured to everyone, to all of us here, so like if we were all her when we met her.
Oh, we're not leaving
Yeah.
you alone. We're not leaving you alone with her, but we will let you take the lead on this one. Ask the questions that you want to ask her.
I'll let her ask her questions first because I'm sure probably curious as to what the heck just happened.
Yeah.
Around that time, Kiara just like swallows a big bite of turkey. He's like, "Wait, y'all are cursed?"
Yeah, we're
You
just
thought-
we're not this kick butt for no reason.
Did you think that what just happened to me and her was normal? I mean, particularly it's normal for us, but
She looks around. This is the most people I've been around in my entire life.
You know what?
I
Same.
feel ya.
I've never broken out before.
Same.
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 Yeah, so
Eat some
that
more
could
turkey.
be normal. I don't know. Let's see. Osmar, y'all are descended from angels, so beings for other planes. Yeah, y'all could be all sorts of crazy things. I don't know, but I still love you. Don't worry about that. I love you guys.
I just pull her down. I just
Turkey.
I pull her over. I'm still sitting down. I just pull her over and kind of give her a half arm hug while I'm still holding turkey.
Maddie's on the other side of her, eating
Yes.
turkey.
Hey,
Also, Luna, how are you doing? Like, you were out of it. Are you? Do you need a little bit of pick me up? I could heal you a bit.
I hurt. I hurt so much.
All right. Well then, Marcus will walk over to you, and he'll pull out a syringe and he'll inject a healing spell into you.
I'm sorry, needles.
Yeah.
As second she sees you pull out a needle, she has to pretty much hold down Luna.
It's like, needle? What? No, what?
Maddie has her pretty much like in a chokehold. Like, do it now.
Yeah. Okay. I'm about to roll for it, but
roll an attack, roll to heal her.
Miss the pain.
okay. Let's see. You will get. Okay. Let me.
Oh, you know what? It would be horrible if you had to roll like a d10 to see how many times it took to hit the vein.
Oh well. Okay. That's low. That's low, but you get to add my spellcasting modifier to that, so you get 6 hit points back.
Missed the vein, but still heals.
At least I'm not
At least he didn't
completely
dig.
dead.
Yep. And around that time, as all of you gather up in a stand, you just hear the booming voice say, "You guys did marvelous!" As you see Bulwark has made his way over to all of you, just with his bright grin on his face. He is beaming right now. Like, wow, blown away. You all did so good tonight.
DM?
Yeah?
You remind me who this is?
This is Baron Brunswick Bulwark, the War Priest.
He's the
The
guy
head
who
of
bet a
Church
lot.
Cordell.
He's the guy who bet a lot of money on me.
That's right. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry. I gotcha.
Yeah.
That would be
He
entertaining
walks
to you.
over to he walks over to Amrock and pats him on the shoulder. You did awesome. I am blown away. I have never seen a werewolf fight before. You people can rip and tear. It's the best way to put it. Wow. And you, Marcus, I'm so proud of you. You did good. You had a glorious fight against an unglorious opponent.
Excuse
And
me.
he looks at Cyrus. But you redeemed yourself in later round.
Well,
I took on a werewolf head on. I don't see what is not glorious about that.
That's why I said you redeemed yourself.
Yeah, he means your fight with Marcus sucked.
well, I hope you didn't bet too much money on that.
Yeah, only 10K. It's all good.
only 10K, you say?
I'm gonna choke on her. I'm gonna choke on her turkey at that.
It's gold. If I die, I will just waste it all anyway. So, might as well spend it while I'm here.
Wouldn't the grave diggers be the ones wasting it?
Clever one. No, that's just my policy. I spend money as fast as I get it because it's never guaranteed tomorrow.
It's a good policy to have, I get. As long as you have enough to make it day by day.
I'll make it. Do not worry. There's a dragon I killed a few years ago that I still have a little gold left over from that.
No, you killed a dragon.
I've killed plenty of things in my day. Let's not get too into it. We'll be here all night. But tonight is yours. People want to go celebrate out there with you. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
With who? You celebrate with us or just them?
no, all of you. You all fought well. You deserve to celebrate. The Gilded Mug's a tavern right across the street. There'll be a party in the streets all night after this.
See, this is where
Oh,
the team goes to Pizza Hut after the game.
Oh, Pizza Hut.
Hmm.
It's good to have some camaraderie with them. I mean, hey, you all fought well. Oh, good to celebrate.
Sure, I don't see why not. Had a bit of a fight, have a couple of drinks.
Mm.
I kind of want to sleep.
It's probably getting late for you. You did quite good for your age. I am so excited to see what you'll be like when you grow up. Now, without further ado, I have my people to attend to. But I'll be keeping an eye on you. Though I talked to the head of recruiters. She informed me that you guys are all affiliated with another guild. That is quite unfortunate. I was hoping to recruit you into my own fold, but yeah, I'm falling out with old Rawl, which tends to happen sometimes with him. You always got me.
Nope. Good to know, but even though we are affiliated with the with Rawls Guild, but if you had job that you needed from us, as long as it wasn't too short notice, we could potentially talk about it.
Is it? Well, unfortunately, I can't do it because of conflict of interest of guilds. Little laws and a bunch of bureaucrats all pissed off about who's working with who and all that fun stuff. So it couldn't give me
Politics.
officially job sanctioned by the guild, unfortunately.
Understandable politics.
Yeah, it's stupid why we have to dictate who pays who for fighting who. So, I'm off. Y'all have a lovely evening. And he turns on a heel and makes his way into the crowd.
Once he's a
Turkey
good
like
distance,
goodbye.
once he's a good distance away, Marcus turns to the group. That guy bet enough of a fortune to feed many people on me.
And you let him
Yeah,
down.
that's the thing that happened.
Yep.
I turned to Amarok right then and I go, hey Amarok, come down here. And I gesture towards my level. I'm still sitting down.
I'll stoop down then.
Because I want to say this kind of quietly. Hey, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how annoyed or angry is Ra gonna be about what happened to me and Maddie?
I don't know. Probably not very, but not earth-shatteringly so.
Okay, just wondering, because I mean, let's be honest, that's gonna reach him.
Oh yeah. No, chances are he knows about this already.
Awesome.
You see Kiara's face go pale, like, does he know I'm here?
You know your brother. Chances are, yeah.
Aw.
So yeah, we're all gonna have a fun reunion.
Well done. Well, I mean, you guys have you guys have to deal with Rawl, but I'm potentially going to get taken away in the night by a noble who spent 10 grand on me.
Now we're all gonna have fun, aren't we?
Yep. See, this night we lock our doors.
And how come I'm the one getting in trouble as well? And she glares at Luda.
Well, I'm just saying us because I turned, so you were triggered. That's why I'm saying us. Luckily, wait, where did you go? 'Cause, I mean, I wouldn't have known this. It's I wouldn't have known this anyways because I was in my own little zone here. So
I don't
Yeah,
know. I woke up to turkey. And that's all I care about.
I just look at Kira.
She seemed angry, and when I get angry, I just want to eat. So I just took her to a vendor and took some gold out of her pocket and just ordered the biggest thing on the menu.
How much was it?
It's 2 gold. That's reasonable for a bucket of turkey, isn't it?
Okay.
Wait, 2 gold for a bucket of turkey? How many?
Alright.
How much turkey did you get?
Where was this vendor?
I'm
What Cyrus asked. What Cyrus asked.
like, yeah, I'm still studying business with Cyrus here, but that sounds you got upcharged.
I was like, no, he insisted it was a good deal. I mean, I also got this flagon to go with it. And she holds out a little plastic flagon. It just has this very rugged picture of a military lieutenant with his arms crossed on it.
How much gold in total was taken from me?
With this flagon, I think it was 3 gold.
Okay, so that would be enough gold to stay in an inn, a decent inn, mind you, for more than a few nights.
What it is?
Yes, to stay in an inn, even if you stay at a decently high-end inn, it'd probably be maybe like 2 gold for a really fancy inn, and that's a really fancy inn. Like a low-grade inn would be maybe a silver, a couple of silver.
Can you take
He
me
was so
back to the
expensive.
vendor? Because he owes me some change.
Well,
I'm surprised
to
he
be-
did that. Surprised he did
Her
that.
eyes were,
considering
like,
the fact that
twitching.
You were
well, to be-
in curse mode, so I'm surprised he did that. Considering you were in curse mode, and you probably looked very scary.
Well,
She's hungry.
Well, to be fair, I don't think that you can get your money back on a bucket of turkey that you've already eaten. So here, I give her 3 gold pieces back. But yeah, you have to keep in mind when dealing with people, especially salespeople. They will try to some people will try to upsell you if they think they can get away with it.
Okay. And around that time, you hear, and you all turn to see Misty's actually standing behind all of you.
Phoebus!
I have been standing here for a few minutes, but you were kind of preoccupied.
I got robbed.
Did you? What happened?
Turkey.
Turkey happened. Turkey.
This is why you don't buy concession stand food. They always upcharge. Bring your food into the
But
theater.
a whole 3 gold.
She kind of sighs a bit. That's kind of standard for the vendors here.
Oh.
Did you get the mug as well?
Yes. She looks to Kira. We did.
Nope,
She
just-
holds it up with kind of a nervous smile. She's like, that's how to get you.
Oh, group wise, note to self group: don't buy from vendors in the city.
Except churros.
Churros.
Which question about those? How much did you spend on those? Because you might have gotten upcharged.
It was just a few silver per churro.
Okay, so that person was running legit. This person, just closer to the stage,
Yeah.
thought they could get more. But anyway, you two, this is Misty.
Hey. And Luna.
She smiled,
Maddie.
and she's like, and I'm Kira, her unofficial sister.
This is true.
Very true.
And Misty just kind of smiles at that. Like, oh, ain't y'all adorable? Obviously, I'm sure there are some questions that both of us have. Is it possible we could meet somewhere less Advent?
Yes, somewhere where I can just kind of chill. I say with my 6 hit points.
Would you like another? Would you like another dose? I can give you another dose.
Maddie just remembered
Oh,
something after.
no.
She like
Oh.
has like turkey all in her mouth. She's like, "Oh, yeah, I got this," and she just reaches over and just does lay on hands.
Why didn't you do that before he stuck me with a needle?
I was curious how it was gonna go.
Oh, you made me a lab rat?
It's not like you haven't done that to me before. I don't want to hear it. I remember everything.
Taught you too well.
I give her I give her like the full 15.
Okay.
Okay,
Miss-
well,
25 for
let's
you
do
now.
it now.
5?
Miss.
And it's 25 for you. It goes up 5 every level.
Oh. Do we level up?
Yeah,
Wait.
I mean, we're level 6.
That'd be 30 now.
Yeah, you should have 30 hit points you can dish out.
I don't know why it didn't update on my thing. But okay. I will give you the full 30.
Hey.
That is most of my HP.
Yeah. But, Luna, in particular, for your
Sad.
perception, you notice Misty's eye in this entire process even cocks an eyebrow at how well you're healed from that. She's like, huh.
Well, if we're going to have a more private conversation, I wouldn't suggest that we go to the more rowdy inn. Do you know of a more quiet inn nearby?
I actually have a room reserved here. Though, if you could help me handle a... She holds up air quotes, business transaction, we can meet there.
Sure.
We're good with
let's discuss business.
It'd be more you acting like hired muscle for me when I get some information for some people. She looks around a bit. It's a bit of a long story, but I'll explain it when we get up there. Is that fair?
Sure. We could talk out business terms in your office.
Good. And she looks to the girls, and she's like, "That's quite a lovely view. Have you actually seen the bridge at night?"
I think we have. We were more interested in churros.
I think we're more interested in churros.
Oh, in this light forsaken city, it's quite a lovely view.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, can I roll insight on her just to be like make sure she's up?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I kind of also want to roll insight because she seems to be pointing that out.
Yeah, it's like specifically a bridge and everything. I'm just like, okay.
14.
10.
14-10. She seems pretty honest about her intentions. It doesn't look like she's hiding anything from you that you can tell.
Well, I roll a 10, so I can't tell much.
That's what you discern. So she turns on the heel and starts walking away, and as she does, there's some onlookers on, but some people just kind of hollering out to you and just like, "Hey, good fight! Yeah, you did great!" And as she makes her way through crowd, you notice something in particular, Luna. You notice as you make your way through the crowd you were before. Outside the locker room, you actually see Nick getting carried away on a stretcher.
Yeah, okay.
See who?
Nick, the person that Amarok fought in the first round, the sleepy guy.
Oh, that's right.
The follower of... Who is it?
Can't remember.
Boraris, the Eyeless.
Hey.
Boraris, the Eyeless.
Yeah, glad you remembered.
Yeah, I have notes.
Yeah, good job. But yeah, the hobgoblin is currently being carried away in a stretcher. Nick is sleeping about as soundly as ever.
Don't trust that.
Unfortunately, I don't see that, do I?
Hey. Yeah, it's more Luna with her visual perception.
Yeah.
You notice both the figures are also wearing black cloaks with no discernible markings on them.
Damn it, yeah.
I will actually kind of like go to where Emrock is walking and just kind of like poke him in the ribs and like not in the direction of him. Like, I want Amrock to notice that.
What you got?
I just kind of like not in Nick's general direction, just kind of like over there, over there.
Oh, there he goes.
And
So
there's
now that's
black,
interesting.
there's black hooded figures. That's not good.
You see, I wanted to have a little conversation with him. Now he's just magically disappearing.
Oh, not now. We're doing something else.
Yeah. Plus, I'm kind of bleeding a lot.
Yeah.
Got kind of
Turkey.
mind raped a few times, just cutting eyes at Cyrus there.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Did you say that part
Turkey?
out loud? Did you say that part out loud?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Would you like me to do something about that?
You
He's
can
gonna stick
heal
a
my
needle-
ravaged mind.
Say again?
You can heal my ravaged mind.
I mean, physically, I guess.
Hey, if you're willing, I'll take anything you got.
Okay. I reach over and I stick him in the arm with the syringe.
Same needle.
Different needle. Different needle. He's clean. He's clean. One step common sense.
I wiped it off on my sleeve, you know. No, thank you.
You get 10. You get 10 more hit points.
If it makes you
Oh,
feel any
God.
better, Amrock,
No.
you're probably the toughest fight I've had in a long time.
I try very hard. And I have to add, you are terrifying. Everything you do is terrifying.
Still smiling. I try my best.
This whole
That's okay.
nostril blow blood out.
Bakir
Very-
playfully punches you. Yeah, but you kicked his butt.
Just
Oh,
grunt.
Cyrus. But I still like you, Cyrus, but he did.
Also,
It's fair.
Emerald, as a person who is completely helpless against Cyrus, I understand where you're coming from on that.
So now you two know exactly what happens whenever I face an enemy.
See, I'm glad we share this close friendship we have here. Because that, I don't want to do that again. That sucked.
Close friendship of mine screwed by Cyrus.
I'm talking about the times we stacked sticks on him. Let's all go back to the good times we've had and forget about this whole mess right here.
That'll be a time. That'll be a ways to go before we forget this.
Yep.
As y'all
And
have this
also-
conversation, as you're having this conversation, Nick disappears into the crowd with the people.
Yeah.
Ah.
I ain't gonna chase him down when he's got a posse.
And you guys keep making your way through everything. And as you do, she starts taking you up these large stone steps that are toward the back of the Coliseum. As you make your way up them, they actually open up, and for a second you realize y'all are a bit high. Y'all are getting a bit high up when it comes to the area, and you're making your way into this cover part of the bridge. And as you get inside of it, there's this large dining hall-like area. And see this big open bridge that covers the whole walkway straight to the Church of Cordell. There's just a long open food eating area. There's bars lined up on each of the walls, just overlooking the big open space. As you find, it's basically the structure has stone pillars that are holding up a ceiling above you the whole way up. But other than that, it's completely open eating area, elevated to this high degree. You find yourselves walking to the side and looking down, and y'all are at least a good 3 stories above the bridge right now. Seems like it'd be a pretty nice place to come and eat. And a lot of people from the actual tournament are here celebrating right now.
I look out over the bridge to see how far I can see from up here.
I think You can see pretty far, honestly. You see at night, the sides of the bridge are all lit up by torches and street lights. Every now and then you'll see a barge kind of coming across. There's a decent nightlife going on in Merton, and you can get a good bit of it from here.
Misty, I have to say that you are right. The view is great.
Is it now? Yeah. Sleeping by it's been quite peaceful in this. I don't know how y'all think about it, but the disorderliness of this town, it's a little agitating. You see her mood kind of goes dour for a second. She's like, let's get this over with. And she keeps making her way toward where she's taking you. As she keeps going, she makes her way through the little dining hall area. You see plenty of people just happy, celebrating, drinking and being merry. Until you get to the very back of it, where you see there's kind of like the pseudo hotel set up, and the area out here is a little more closed in, with walls and such. She makes her way past and goes a few doors down, and see the inside is this very nice set up hotel looking area. And see these little seems they have this little condominium system set up here for whatever needs may be. Misty speaks up and says, they rent these condominiums up for special guests and other people. Through a client, I was able to get myself one of these rooms. Some of the higher ups at Advent actually live up here.
I thought you wanted less Adventy.
I made an exception for this job in particular.
Yeah,
Now, real quick, are any of you really good at sketching?
Sketching?
Like drawing?
I mean, I've drawn schematics, but I guess I could give a go at it.
Rudimentary.
If you could draw every person we see here tonight, that would help.
Okay. I pull out a piece of paper and I'll start drawing to see how well I can sketch out everyone's forms.
Okay, that's and she's like, "We're here already," and she pulls out a key in her pocket and opens it to a room. And as the door opens, it's a very nice little area. You see, it's a large, kind of loft-like apartment. It has a bed on the side. It has a little eating area. Has a little dining room and a bit of a living room set up in here. Like, that's where I've been staying for a few days now. Make yourself at home, I guess. And as you see, the whole wall is pretty much from like a waist up. It's all glass and just open to seeing the river below.
So when you say draw everyone here, you mean all of us and you, or the other people coming here?
She locks the door behind you and steps forward like, I took this job to enter that tournament in hopes that someone would win some money through gambling. In exchange, I was going to get some information I greatly needed. And, well, I don't rightfully like working with these people, so I plan on betraying them to Advent once our deal's over.
And who are these people?
The man's name is Gone Stonefist. Essentially, this old mercenary from Advent who was banished from the guild for a long time ago for betraying them in the actual tribe war. The family did, anyways. He's a descendant of that traitor. But apparently they have a special love for these tournaments and will come in and send a proxy to enter a tournament for them, because if they're actually spotted at the tournament, they could be in quite some trouble.
And why did they betray Advent then? Or do you care, or is this just the job?
Oh, I care, because it was quite the scumbag thing to do. Essentially, in the tribal war, the war was known to end in a stalemate because of this. They struck a decisive victory where they took bridges that actually bridges between the rogue states and the Emerald Expanse. The sect of mercenaries that took that hold decided they wanted to keep it for themselves. So they, shortly after taking it, they took the opportunity to take rally in some of their allies and friends, fortify the fort, keep it for themselves, and cut out their own space in the rogue states. And they knew the tactics of our side so well, they were able to fend off most attacks, and the war kind of ended in a stalemate there.
Don't most mercenary contracts include looting as reward or reward spoils of war? If they're in that clause, if they have that written in, and then I can understand their reasoning. They might have went overboard with it, but I don't believe it's as bad as what you're making it out to be.
There's a few things they did amongst it that were pretty terrible. Which, that being said, was they made the offer to all the people that helped them take that fort to just leave and go back. And when they refused, they all got executed.
See? No, that's where we have the problem. Okay?
And
I can understand that being bad.
And now it's a war crime.
Yes. So they betrayed their orders, which was to take the fort. Then they used it to defeat the remaining tribes that were causing strife. And instead, they caused the divide we have today. So, some see it as a good thing, some see it as a bad thing, regardless. Kind of people that will betray their own men like that, not something I agree with. Whether they be mercenary or not, they still fought hand in hand with those people. Advent disavowed them and banished them a long time ago. And honestly, plenty of people in Advent and both people on the tribes and other places, they'd all love to see that family burn as well. Me, I have no personal ties to them. I just don't support what they did. But they had information I needed.
DM, can I insight her just to see how, like, she's saying that she has no personal ties to them and all of this, and we've since we've just met her.
Yeah, go ahead.
She was the proxy all along.
Okay, I don't know. I rolled twice, but it's 22 either way. The same.
Yeah. She seems perfectly straightforward, and she doesn't seem to be holding anything back.
All right. So, you want us to help you bring them to a sense of justice, or turning them in now that you have the information that you want?
I'm getting information tonight. After that, I was going to report to Advent that they were here.
So, are they coming to your place, or are we going to where they are?
They should be here shortly, actually.
Hmm.
But I don't plan on fighting them. I just want to get the information, get them out. Then after that, I'll contact someone I met through Advent and get the information to them.
Well, then before they're here, we should definitely come up with a cover, because I can't imagine that they would be okay with discussing some things with a stranger, a group of strangers.
I was going to tell them that me and my comrades from the fight were just simply celebrating and enjoying our victory. Possibly been the
You-
excuse that I was related to them two, and points to the to the girls.
How close do they look favor? Is the thing.
Well, they take after their dad.
Like
But
how
not-
in comparison to the girls, how does Misty look in comparison to them? Like if that could even work.
Possibly similar face structure, but her hair is blonde and her eyes are green, so does not look too accurate to them.
Yeah, could
I mean,
favor a
cousins
different
don't-
relative.
I mean, cousins don't have to look exactly the same.
True.
Yeah.
So it could be cousins. We should just make it seem more that way, and I will bring out a bottle of wine and sit in on the table. Since we're celebrating, we should at least pretend that we are playing the part when they get here. Also, while she was talking, I want to see, since I'm going to be trying to draw these people, I want to see how well I draw her. Just like a general sketch.
All right, go ahead.
What would that even be?
That'd be Dex.
Okay. So I'll just roll a d20 and add my dex then.
Drawing is Dex.
Or performance.
Or
But I'm not proficient. I'm not proficient in it. That's the thing.
yeah,
I wouldn't say.
it's just a Dex.
Uh, even though I have a high dex, that's an 8. So okay, it's a big abstract. I'll have to try to do. I won't let anyone see that. I'll kind of like crumble it away.
Can I draw just for funsies?
Yeah, sure.
We all start drawing.
Jeez.
Hey, I flip out my book there and
Hey,
sketch. Add her to
I
the
roll a-
collection of everything we fought there.
I used
Yeah, I see
performance.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I used performance instead of Dex, so that was a 22.
So you're not just drawing, you're like big like light Yagami with Death Note here, just elegant big hand motions here.
And eating a chip.
Yeah,
Turkey.
you draw Misty perfectly. Like it's uncanny.
Oh hey, I just I have no idea of like how this looks, so I'm just like, hey look, I drew you. And I hold it up to her.
It's like a mirror.
She stares at it like, oh, you got quite the talent there. Nice job.
I like slide some paper over to you. just like slide it next. Maybe you should take the lead on drawing. I mean, you seem to have a knack for it.
Well, like good for that picture. Hey Maddie, you try, and I give Maddie a piece of paper too.
We're all taking turns drawing. Why are y'all
Wait, more.
adventurers? Y'all could be artists.
Yeah, go to art school, you two.
You see what she does, and you do it, but you add a lot more extra shading that makes it look slightly nicer, more detailed. Misty's just kind of staring in awe, like, huh. Fascinating.
Hey, we match on something.
Yeah.
Hey,
What if like she and I draw like half the people?
Well.
she's like, that'll work. And around that time, she just starts to take a few chunks of her armor off and sets them down, like, ah. And
So you don't anticipate there will be a fight if it goes well, right?
they'd have to be pretty moronic for them to actually try and fight me in an area where they are heavily wanted.
Well, being that as it may, I'll give it more of a sign of trust, and like Marcus will run his hand across some of the runes on his chest, and Draco, sleep, and then the armor, his leather armor, kind of like coils up into a backpack on his back, and he's wearing just casual clothes underneath.
She's staring wide-eyed at you like, you water. Interesting. And also, I thought we all look like we're ready to fight. That may set them off.
Yeah, so I'll come at more casual.
Cyrus is just
Yeah.
kind of leaning against the wall, just looking like Cyrus.
She goes behind a divider and is gone for a few minutes, but comes back and just like wearing pretty simple clothes. Actually, nothing too fancy. If you didn't know her, you just mistake her for a normal commoner for a second.
Well, I mean, I have my robes on, and that kind of hide my armor anyway. So
Yeah.
Cyrus
And
never
since
takes
we
his
were-
armor off, so it would be kind of weird if anybody knew Cyrus at all. All of a sudden, his armor's off.
What you look like underneath your armor, that would be.
And she's like, but real quick, and she turns her back to the two twins, and she pulls back her hair, and you see at the base of her skull there's a tattoo of a torch on the back of her neck.
Oh, well, tattoo.
And she looks to y'all. Okay, that answers that.
I
huh?
was getting back and neck tattoos.
Okay,
Huh?
and around that time, a knock on the door happens.
I have a question later, but okay.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. And she goes over to the door and unlocks it and just kind of parts it open. She's like, "Password?" And you just hear, "I lost a lot of gold on you." That's you. And she takes a few steps back, and this figure clad in plate mail comes through as he with a very heavy helmet that obscures pretty much his entire face. As he comes through, and there's two other figures behind him, both wearing breastplates. As he kind of eyes the room like, "What are y'all?" Well, you got the winner over there. Should definitely voted on him. He's like, "Hey, you want to be my professional fight boy for a bit?"
No, this was a one-shot thing. Thought I'd give it a try, see if I liked the crowds. I don't really. I got shot in the back. I didn't really enjoy this at all.
Well, shame. Actually, we got a pretty good in with the Lions pack, so I figured we could work something out.
You know what? In a few years, I might change my mind. I'll keep you in mind.
Alrighty then. Looks there and is like, I saw do I owe you the information after some blunder like that? She's like, yes, that's what we agreed on. Well, I am a gentleman, so the lovely lady, and he snaps his fingers, and one of the people behind him steps forward holding an envelope. And she's like, without further ado, then, you have you a lovely evening. And she's like, wait, hold on. He stops for a second, like, well, don't you trust me? He's like, no. And she pulls open the envelope and flips through it real quick. Alright then. I guess you are a gentleman. You just kind of hear a laugh under the helmet. Exactly. Well, see you around then. Sorry it couldn't work out better. And he walks out the door and shuts it.
I
And it,
want to walk. Oh, sorry.
and he kind of sticks his head out. Just real quick, you know anyone else from your order that's a better fighter than you? I thought all you're supposed to be good. And around that point, she's like, good night, Stonefist. And she shuts the door and locks it.
I
she
actually
turns-
want to walk up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you do your
Okay.
thing, sorry.
I was just going to walk over to the door and listen to see if I actually hear if he's leaving.
You hear him leaving, and as he's cursing the whole time, like, I can't believe the audacity of that girl. Grr! She'd actually be decent looking if she actually cared for herself. Grr. He's mumbling. Then his voice just kind of fades down the hallway.
Well, he's a treat, isn't he?
And she's like, you have no idea. Trust me. And with that, she's like, alright. I'm gonna go try and find my contact real quick. I'll be right back. I'll just take these for a moment. I just have to pass the envelope down a few doors down.
Can I roll insight on that?
Go ahead.
I still don't fully trust her. I'm
It's
sorry.
fair, it's fair.
We've just met her, so it makes sense.
And
Well,
she says things that sound somewhat sketchy.
Yeah, like, hi, I'm here to betray this other guy I know to this other people, and I want you
Got
involved in all of this.
Perfectly trustworthy.
Got it.
What?
Yeah.
But she opens the door and walks out, and Marcus, you actually see her just walk down a few doors. She puts the envelope she had and folds it up and sticks it in her pocket. But then she pulls another envelope out of her pocket and slides it under her door. And she walks back in real quick. She's like, "Oh, did y'all draw them?"
Yeah.
Make a roll.
Do you have to
for
roll
it,
again? I was gonna say, do I have to roll again?
Yeah.
Watch me get horrible.
I do want to give him another chance to see if I get better.
What are you gonna draw? Like, hi, this is a helmet.
21.
Nice.
Oh, okay, it's 20 for me. Dirty 20.
Do you guys all get a good sketch?
Nice 19.
I'm gonna say for simplicity's sake, each of you take one each.
Yeah.
And there's
We've got three different
well-drawn
poses here.
There's 3 well-drawn pictures of each of them. One of them, all the characters look like chibis. Kidding.
Well, heck,
But-
like, yeah, this could actually come in handy. If they're all in different places in the room, they see different things.
Yeah. But he gets the 3 drawings, like, go ahead, well, thank you. He walks down the hall, slides them under door as well, and walks back in and shuts the door. Alright then, you helped me, so y'all earned some questions to be answered.
I actually have an above table question.
Oh yeah, what's up?
How healed is Cyrus right now?
Each of the clerics came by and gave you at least a shot of a cure wounds each.
Okay.
So you're not doing too bad. At least you're not bleeding. You're not bleeding. You're sore, you're a bit battered, but you're fine.
Gotcha.
Maddie, do you have a question?
What did you mean when you said that answers one question?
Yeah, when you showed us your tattoo, I'm guessing? That's what you meant?
That symbol's kind of known in Ozmar society, and for you two not to recognize it, it answers my question that you two were raised out of our society, weren't you?
I have
I
met
mean-
2 Ozamar in my life. Well, you are 3 now. And I was born with one of them.
Well, I mean, technically 4 if you count the egg donor.
True.
Uh-huh.
We didn't know her very long.
No, we did not.
I'm sorry to hear that. But, essentially to be a paladin or a cleric of Luster's one of the highest privileges and honors you can have in our society. So for an Ozmar paladin and cleric to be outside of our order, that is given the powers by Luster and use them with a very well intent, but not seem to be affiliated with any knight order I'm aware of. It's Odd. Especially at your age.
There's a night order.
Yeah, okay. You're saying a lot of words that I just don't understand.
Yep. I do not comprehend.
I apologize. I should formally introduce myself. I am Mr. Von Baral. I'm from a family of knights. In particular, I hail from the Order of Unicorn.
Luna Mila. I hail from a dad who was a Grey Cleric. That's pretty much all I know.
And
And
Hi, I come from my parents.
Yep.
she's like,
I was born at some point.
hey, that's all you know. That's all you can give them.
she's like, well, I prefer Misty, and I will answer any questions you have, because you are right. I will probably just overload you if I keep explaining things from my point of view. I apologize about that.
Yeah, a little bit. Do I have any turkey left? At this point, I wonder. I imagine that we probably ate it all.
You've ate it all by now, and she kind of laughs at that, and she's like, I could actually call room service if needed. The restaurant delivers to rooms as well.
Ah, room service, the true night order.
Is there a menu?
Yes, actually.
It's kind of sad that Luna's more interested in food than she is in her own ancestry.
I mean, apparently, until you guys met us, you didn't even know what sugar was. So I'd imagine.
Yeah. But
We don't understand what she's saying to begin with, so we're just like, food.
Well, you're
She goes over
talking,
to
Gaz, I
a
don't
little-
really care.
there's a little shelf next to the front door that kind of has some little pamphlets and stuff, you know, the normal stuff they'd have laid out for you at a hotel. And she pulls out one piece of paper and slides it over to you. It's a pretty nice menu, actually.
Maddie, I still have money.
Yeah. Good, because I have none.
Yeah, I know you spent it all on that on your tattoo.
I know. But it was such a good tattoo.
In
It
particular,
was a
Kira
good
says,
tattoo.
I'm sorry, I don't get an allowance.
I will pay for you as well.
Yay.
I go ahead and order food, and while I do, I ask Misty. It's like, I have a better question because I don't really even know what to ask, unless Maddie knows what to ask, knows a question to ask. Do you have any questions for us? Because for one thing, you did kind of see this go all weird.
Yes, that's the most concerning part to me, and the part why I definitely want to make sure I get a chance to talk to you. I'm not even going to lie to you about that.
So it's not normal.
No,
Huh.
and
Who would have thunk?
you
Well, I
mentioned
mean, we
your
kind of-
father.
Go ahead.
You mentioned your father was a grave cleric, and he was just a normal Ozma, right?
Yes.
Very stressed, but yes, normal.
Yeah, I think he had more grays by the time he was 29.
Yeah. By the time he
Huh.
passed away, he pretty much had all gray hair.
Yeah.
I see.
Having two girls that run off will do that to you.
We didn't run.
We did run
To be fair,
off, actually. That's
no, he.
So
Yeah,
you're telling
he
me
kinda
my
was
experience
ill.
with you has been solely unique to me then? Y'all weren't this
Yeah.
bad always?
I mean, not entirely. Yeah, no.
I mean,
yeah.
technically, if you want to get down to the basis, I was always bad. Luna,
Yes,
on the
you
other
were.
hand, she's got a rebellious streak all of a sudden, and I appreciate that. I'm so proud.
Gran, we have figured out who the evil twin is.
They're both.
I mean, considering apparently what we can do, and that's not even normal for Azamar. Apparently, we're both the evil twin. So good luck
Yeah.
with that.
You don't get a
That's
good
good.
twin.
Misty says, like, that is the thing. The reason I'm actually here is I'm hunting another Aasimar that's gone rogue.
Who was
They
that?
can go rogue?
Well, I mean, technically,
Yeah.
we probably could be considered rogue since we've never really been part of the Azamar.
To
Would
be
we be considered rogue? We were never considered a part of it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Let me clarify, I'm not hunting you at all. This person in particular is dangerous. In
You
your
should open
case,
with that.
well, it's going to leave questions if I don't answer them, are you? And I want you to trust me right now.
Okay.
I don't see any reason to lie to you, because you two are a unique case. When the word you used was triggered, when that happened, you seem to enter a fallen Aasimar state, which our celestial power, it's a blessing, but it can be corrupted. And that's known for Aasimar who blatantly go out and do evil deeds. They generally become corrupted and become fallen Aasimar. Generally, when they go to that state, they don't just snap back. They stay in that state unless they have a big life-altering change of path. Because normally it takes a big life-altering change of path for them to reach that point. And you two, I have seen you both bounce back in a short period of time. That's unheard of.
So when you mean fallen, is it sort of like how a paladin falls?
Kind of, yes.
Ah.
Except it's something all Aasimar are subject to do. But yes, if you break your tenets and your oaths, you can fall as a paladin.
Yeah.
So
So
we become fallen without actually falling?
Yes, that's the strange part. Normally you have to have evil intentions in your heart and actively act upon them to be in that form, but I think this is a question for the rest of you. That's not the case, is it? And Kira's like, nope.
I mean, I occasionally
don't-
want to smack Cyrus, but that's pretty much it.
Who doesn't?
That's not evil, though.
To add
But
a
I
bit of
don't- I don't feel evil intentions when it happens. I just...
We usually feel scared.
Yeah.
Well,
It usually happens when... apparently, when she glances at Cyrus. The first time it happened... my sister had fallen in combat, and the next thing I know, I wake up and people are dead. Bad people, not good people. Bad people are dead.
I think it tends to happen, from what we can figure out, during like high stress situations.
Yeah.
And normally it happens when...
The emotion period seems to set you off.
Yeah. Very, very high emotion. Today was a new one, actually, because, yeah, I didn't know we could, I thought, like, going into that tournament would have been fine, because it's like, hey, no one's, like, life is being threatened, and then I turned. Because I got really, 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 really angry.
normally. it's
Okay,
more
you've
like
gotten
a-
on to me about my temper before. You're not allowed to say anything else.
Okay, yes, I have gotten onto you about your anger before, but this was new for me, okay? I didn't know that would happen.
I don't want to hear
Normally
it.
Normally, it seems to react like a survival instinct for them, and I've never met another Aasimar besides meeting you three. Is it common for these fallen Aasimar to have memory lapses when they enter this state as well?
No, the more you talk, the more questions are getting raised, to be honest.
Crap.
Because
We're
Yeah,
an
'cause whenever
oddball
they-
amongst the oddballs.
That's not
Normally when
good.
No.
I mean, being unique is fine, but they tend to not have any memories of what happens to them when they enter that state, and it seems like a survival thing, but it apparently, I guess, it doesn't always have to be, judging from what happened today.
My emotions were running high.
Let's see. And well, where do y'all plan on going from here? Is this something you're just trying to cope with, or what are you doing?
Trying to get rid of it.
Yeah. We were kind of told we were cursed, and that's why we turned.
Yeah.
A curse, huh?
It's engraved within us.
Yay.
Literally. That's exactly what you said. It's engraved within us.
Engraved. Like you were born with.
Yes. Was
I
that
guess
what
so.
you said? I guess. That's how you...
I mean, that's how I took it. So,
That's how I
Yeah.
took it, yeah.
Yeah, that it was part of you from the beginning, but it lay dormant inside of you.
May I
And-
ask what your father's name was?
okay, above table, do you remember?
No, I don't. I didn't write it down before I gave the notes back to y'all.
Just
Oh, I don't
Hold
have the
on.
notes with us. I mean, the last name's Mila, so that's the last name. I can't remember what the first name was.
I'm trying to...
Oh, we wrote our entire backstory, but we forgot his name.
It's been so long, I don't even remember his face. His name is but a distant memory. Oh god.
A blur on the wheel of time.
Like me, but
I
anyway,
have
so
it in that little notepad.
we'll figure it out later.
Start
but
it. Insert
we'll just
name
say you
here.
told her.
Mila. Continue on.
She's like, Mila, uncommon name. I can look into it if you'd like. I do have some connections that may be able to help find some answers, at least with your bloodline.
Yeah, I just remember that our dad always kind of kept us indoors, and like we never went into town. Like I remember, and I turned to Maddie. I'm like, we lived near at Azamar town when we were little, but we left.
We left.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
You
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
I said we left after Mom left.
Yeah,
I remember.
yeah. Like right after Mom left, we left, and then kind of just came wanderers. Then
Yeah.
I guess you wouldn't happen to remember what the name of that town was, would you?
We were young.
Uh,
I mean, can I roll to see if I remember?
you honestly have no idea.
Oh, I honestly don't. Okay, never mind. Then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, she's thinking hard for a second. You see her hands just kind of fumbling at her holy symbol that she has around her neck. She's like, I'm willing to offer my help if you'll take it. I'm not going to force it upon you, but
I mean, I'm cool with it. Just please don't come back and try to kill us. We're good with it.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of death.
I'll assure you I do what I can. Don't plan on trying to kill you, no. 'Cause
I mean, I would. Go ahead. Oh.
it depends on who you ask, but don't misunderstand my intentions. I'm not going out to kill every fallen Ozmarth there is out there.
Well, I mean,
We also-
I was gonna say technically, considering what you just said, we're not technically fallen, but we look like it.
I just didn't want you to misunderstand.
Yeah.
I just want to offer my help if I can.
I mean, sure, because I would like to be curious. I am curious as to the Azamar side of this whole thing. Because again,
I'll send
we
them-
never met anyone outside of our parents and the lady who we call our grandmother.
Let's see. I'll call in a favor with my order. See if I can get any information on your father or your lineage. And I'll see what I can do to help you. Is there a place you're staying that I can contact you? Because I do have to leave town shortly.
Tend to move around a lot.
We are going to be here for a little bit longer, though, aren't we?
Yes, we're going to be here for a while longer, but currently we're staying at the Alchemist Guild.
Look, we also have accounts with the Messenger Guild, so you can get to them through that.
That
Okay.
too.
I'll make sure to send letters your way if I ever get any updates.
I will be highly appreciative of that.
Yeah.
Oh, no trouble at all. No trouble at all. Around that time, she's like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm starving.
Yes.
Yes.
I already picked out everything I wanted from the menu.
I pull over the menu, and well, we had a bit of a stressful day, so I guess something hearty would be nice.
Turkey sounds kind of nice, actually.
You know, for both of you, you do realize that you can eat more than one dish. Like, you eat like a lot of one thing.
Is that a problem?
No, I mean protein is fine and all, but like, I mean, some vegetables be good.
Getting swole.
Veggies. Ew.
Shut
Now,
your mouth.
don't-
Broccoli
now-
is delicious.
Now, none of that. Also, I'm quite the fan of Brussels sprouts.
Ew. Okay. When you said veggies, I was like, okay, like green beans, broccoli, I can eat that. But you said
mean-
Brussels sprouts, those little evil
Meat.
cabbages, no.
Well, I mean, I eat a lot of different types of vegetables. I like to have a balanced meal when I can. Honestly, I'm going to order the most balanced thing I have because since we've been traveling around, we've mostly been surviving off of field rations and whatever we can find in the woods.
I want meat.
She just kind of laughs out loud and she takes notes of what everyone wants and goes out. She comes back shortly later and she's like, well, turns out there food's on the house for our local champion.
So, she looks down. She goes, about our dad's name. His name's Kernan.
Conan?
Kernan.
Kernan Mila. Okay.
That's all right. I down above table, so we all remember that.
Yes.
I hit my funny bone. I was gonna go to type. Continue on with that.
All right.
This is the first time we've heard your last names.
Mila?
Hey,
You know-
Cyrus.
I thought we-
Real cool.
I was said that before. Okay. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Hey, Cyrus, can you make a history check for me real quick?
Sure thing. I don't think I have a good one. Oh, that was not me. Okay. Nope.
Ooh,
Oh.
natural one. That's a natural one.
Yeah,
What
don't
is
worry about it.
history?
You just remembered that you know these people.
Yeah.
Or you've heard about us some way.
You're too distracted by her last name.
You know, for people who have a last name, you tend to be very stingy about it when we have to do paperwork.
Who, us?
Yes.
I do think they
Lot
actually did use it when we did the
I
They
don't
don't-
benchmark.
like work.
I mean,
That
why does it
involves
matter? I mean,
paper.
Hey, Cyrus doesn't put his last name down.
Because I don't have one.
Yes, I know. Yes, I'm very aware. Last names seem to be more uncommon than I realized. I guess it's a human thing.
Did you just? Oh, you mean last names are a human thing? I was like, we're not
No,
human. Then I just remember that
no,
you're human. Yeah, sorry.
I'm human, and I'm the only one who gives a last name normally.
We have clan names.
Yeah, I think
We lose them.
whenever we were registering for the Messengers Guild, I think only Marcus gave a last name.
Only I did. I remember. That's why I brought it up.
Okay. The food gets brought in. All of you have a little feast. At one point, Misty sets a plate of celery in front of all of you. They're called celery. They're really good. In front of twins in particular.
It's a stick.
And Kira's just like, nah, and pushed it away.
Also, Misty, I gotta tell you, like, I like vegetables, but even I don't really like celery.
It has no taste to it. How do you not like it?
That's the thing. It has no taste to it. So what's the like?
It's just healthy for you.
Maddie, the whole time they're like having this conversation, like she picks up the soda stick and she nibbles and she's like, "Bleh." And then she looks around and then she slowly like.
Maddie, let me give you this. Let me give this a try. And Marcus waves his hand over the celery stick, and he puts a little bit of Tabasco on it. Give that a try.
You could make it taste like turkey if you wanted.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll make it taste like turkey. They like protein. I'll make it taste like turkey. Good suggestion, Emerald.
Oh,
Maddie tastes like it tastes different now. Is this an all elaborate trick to get me to eat a vegetable?
Now you can eat your vegetables, and they still taste like the protein.
I'll accept this trick.
Hey.
And she just starts munching on the celery. Feels wrong. Tastes right. I don't know.
I have conflicting emotions.
Misty's just like, you're crazy. And just eats a celery stick raw.
Cyrus will actually eat a celery. Just,
Well, no.
had worse.
Heck, if it's free food, I'm eating everything.
I mean, Marcus will eat it. I mean, he's gonna definitely change the flavor of it, but he'll eat it.
Yeah. Well, you guys hang out for a while, just talking, laughing, having fun. Anything else y'all are wanting to ask her?
What was the Asmar society like? We didn't get to do that.
Yeah, we have no clue.
Well, I personally love it. I was raised in the capital, so I've always known what that's like. Capital City's really nice. The people are friendly. All the people there are believers and luster. Quite a friendly group. The nobility can be hit or miss sometimes. Sometimes people care a little too much about their personal appearance and not the good deeds we try and do. That's always annoying. But I just try and do what little bit of good I can in the world. Our neighbors are pretty good, since we're neighbors with the Elven's kingdom to the north. Our southern neighbors in the rogue states can be trouble at the time on the borders, but overall things go smoothly there. I guess it definitely feels more orderly than this does. The Council of Seven does a good job of maintaining everything and making sure everything's in order.
Hey, DM, question.
And I misspoke. It's Council of 5, not Council of 7.
Hey. Would Luna or Maddie have remembered any of the towns that they would have passed around when they were traveling or when they were little?
Make a history check.
Make a history check for my own history.
Yeah.
How good is my memory? Oh, it's not going to be good.
No.
Ooh, 3.
You're not.
Nope, do it.
You're not really sure, to be honest.
I do have a question myself, Misty. What would the Azamar nation city be based in? Again, I haven't really met an Azamar until these two, and now you.
Oh, you asked what they're based in? What do you mean by that?
I mean, where is the general bulk of your civilization based?
Oh, we're directly west of here.
Then that's why.
Oh, we did travel from that direction.
Well, I'm from up in
Yeah.
the mountains, so
Well, technically, we lived in a little bit of the wilderness before.
Yeah, true.
We would set out on our own.
Yeah, that's also
Still
the
from the
thing.
west.
Y'all didn't spend a lot of time in towns. You spent a lot of time going through the wilderness.
Yeah, I figured that we had, but I was just wondering if we could remember any.
Yep.
I actually have one more question.
Oh yeah, what is it?
If Maddie and I were just to turn up in Azamar town and with what happened today happened there, how would we have been treated?
Actually,
Well, it depends. Fallen Ozamars are met with mixed result. Some see them as a scourge in our society. Some see them as just misguided people that just need a helping hand along. Generally, mistrust is displayed, though. An unfortunate thing.
But what about the fact that we were normal, then turned fallen, or at least looked fallen, and then came back? You said that was very unusual.
Right, so... Unfortunately, I say in the general populace, possibly fear or misunderstanding, because... I mean, a normal person does something like that, it's going to be frightening. One of their own probably be as well.
I turned to Maddie and I'm just like, well, now we know why Dad kept us away from everyone.
True. But they won't kill us, right? Or try to?
Violence.
it depends on how much of a threat you are.
Well, I mean,
Honestly, Amarok probably said it best.
still probably better that. I have a feeling Dad probably thought it was best to keep us away from everyone.
You know, it probably was, despite how much we hated it.
Yeah. Being under lock and key all the time kind of sucks.
Really did.
Well, no one can live their entire life locked away. And around that point,
Trust
you
me,
see
we're trying not to.
Kiara's just looking at y'all, just kind of wide-eyed, just kind of sad, realizing how similar y'all's stories are.
Can we say with my perception, I notice her look?
Yeah.
I just hug her.
Group
Like,
hug!
We really are sisters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Ornick jump off my shoulder and like walk over and just like plop down in her lap.
Aww. It's so weird. I love him.
He makes the sound Ornick makes the sound that would be between a bird chirping and the sound of a cat.
I'll take it.
So how my cat meows.
Yeah,
just
that
chirps.
kinda
Yeah. Yeah, she's like I said, if I can do anything, I do want to help, because it's hard to say how the rest of our society would be accepting of such a thing. I assume some would even want to study you, which, if there was a possibility of this being a common thing, I'd understand, but I don't want y'all treated like lab rats either.
Yeah, if you did see from earlier, she doesn't like needles.
Yes, I could tell.
Well, it just came out of nowhere.
She looks at her and she goes, "You wanted a tattoo, and you're scared
That's
of needles."
different. No, that's different.
I mean, come on, you two. I have a doctorate in engineering, he says under his breath.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that.
Engineering.
I heard that.
Yeah. He's like, just take it from someone who's had 3 tattoos now. Needles are involved.
I know.
Oh, you get used to
I would
it.
be more. I would be more mentally prepared for a tattoo. But also, a tattoo needle is not looking for a vein.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So I'm
But you
hearing
got-
that you don't like the way that I deliver healing. Got it.
Well, I mean, you are the one dealing. I mean, to be fair, I'm usually the one that's healing everyone. 1 and 2.
But I mean,
You have a doctorate in engineering, and you're wielding a needle.
you know, I minored in medicine. I mean, really, medical science, you're allowed a bit more liberty. Or is that baking?
No, baking is very,
Oh, dear.
very precise.
Oh dear heavens!
It's cooking in which you can tweak things a little bit.
Actually, you can tweak things a little bit with baking as well.
Ah, so the what I said before stands about medical science. Great.
You just proved
No.
this point.
It's not the same. Baking and medicine is not the same.
I mean, you're healed. No side effects. No, you have no side effects, right? You're just a little serious, therefore it's that.
I guess not.
All right, okay, then nothing's wrong.
But y'all got any more questions for Misty?
Can't think of any at the moment.
Okay.
Maddie, do you have any?
We'll probably have more questions once we actually. Like, do we need if we ever go to the place where there's more of us, is there a certain way we have to act?
Yeah.
Because I'd rather just stay as myself.
I would recommend around certain nobles maybe acting a little more ladylike, but I doubt you'd take that advice.
Oh, screw that.
No.
Well, ultimately, in most cities, it's more about leaving other people alone, and they leave you alone most of the time.
Tell me this. Can y'all tell that each other are Azamar without y'all being told that?
What?
Can you sense that you're Azamar? Can you sense that she's Azamar? Can you sense that they're Azamar?
Well, there is a good bit of humans in that kingdom as well, so it's not like everyone is an Ozamar. Some signs show a lot more than others, like whited out pupil, sometimes glowing eyes, sometimes the Scourge Ozmars in particular will have some glowing features to them, sometimes halos will be appeared. Also, Ozmars having their spiritual guide, that does make a big difference as well.
Oh, wait.
Honestly,
I'm
I
scared.
want one.
Wait.
Uh.
Wait. Y'all Y'all don't have a spiritual guide.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm scared. She sprouts wings.
A Scourge and Protector. Okay, I'm a Scourge as well.
Yeah.
I mean, oh,
Oh.
spiritual guide. Spiritual guide. I actually think I have one of those. I think it was a horse.
No.
Oh.
No.
No, he's right. It was a horse. I remember fondly.
Oh. Oh, wait. Yes, I remember now. I remember now. Yes, it was a horse.
Question. Oh,
I just remembered that.
interesting speaking about that. Do you often like to have to do something special to see a spiritual guide? Because I think I may have met the criteria under the situation I was in. Just want to know if it's the same for everyone.
I don't believe it was from Lester, to be perfectly honest with you.
And the search continues then, I guess.
I see. In particular, yes, when I do this, and her hand kind of lights up and her eyes go from green to pure white and glowing for a bit.
No, come to think of it, I activated my Scourge in the first fight I was in. Come to think of it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's how I especially knew what you were. Because I wasn't too sure up to that point. I just had an inkling, but each Aasimar is born with a guide that sends them messages through dreams that generally will try and guide them on what journey they want to take. All Luster's followers get it. Usually, families will have a diva set to them that will give them guide advice and all sorts of things. So, you two should have one of those.
What if it was taken from them?
No.
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 That
And no.
This is a theory, but it kind of makes me wonder if what is going on with you somehow has to do with your guide being not there.
Maybe it was taken from them.
You're wondering what's going on with us? Us too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't remember her having dreams. Do you, Maddie? Like that? Like what she's describing?
No.
DM, would we have had dreams? Like above table, would we have had? Have you had dreams like that, or is that just completely just not?
This is the first
Part of us at all.
time. This is the first time you've ever heard anything like that.
Oh, so our dad didn't even tell us about it. Okay.
Question. When would they have received their spirit?
Depends. Some get awakened earlier. There's a theory that it happens with puberty, but that's not the case. I was getting mine when I was 8 years old.
But what if
Generally-
your divine spirit is already decided at birth?
Like I said, they're usually tied to families. Generally, whatever. Sometimes it's theorized that whatever family's bloodline's stronger, or based on if they're taken from more of a Scourge or Aasimar side, a Protector, or something like that. Generally, a different one will be assigned to them based on they think a personality will probably fit better, stuff like that.
So then that like you said, that might have to be why they keep fluctuating between fallen and not. If they have no connection to their guardian, then that could maybe be why they're upset with.
Well, I don't think that'd be the
This
sole reason, but it could be there could be something to that, because that is unusual. The only cases I can think of that is somehow when Davis got killed and just things beyond their control. Obviously, they couldn't contact their person anymore.
And I also had a question. They're twins, but they're both two separate Aasimar types, from what you've told us. Is that uncommon to be separated like that in terms of typing?
Oh no, it's more how your power manifests.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing with that, but we do have
And
another angle.
occasionally, sometimes personality will have something to do with it.
She's more of an airhead.
Hey,
But judging from what she just said, that means you have more of a temper.
Who, me?
Yes, you're the scourge one, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess that does make sense. I've just
yeah.
never really had much of a temper. Or at least not
No,
that bad of one.
You just haven't
You never had an
encountered
outlet for
many
it.
people that annoyed you.
Yeah, I was kind of annoyed. Well, no, apparently more than kind of, but still.
Look, I'm the irresponsible one. Me. And I'm telling you, you need to control your anger.
What's the last thing you all heard? Sorry about
From you?
that.
Uh,
We were discussing all of our anger issues here.
yeah.
Well, the last thing she said was, no, it's more like sometimes Scourge Ozma is known to be a bit sharper of the tongue, a bit more sarcastic, rough around the edges, and Protector is a little more fluffy, you know, the wings and everything.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner.
I think you just... Go
You know what
ahead,
these
sorry.
two did to me? You know what these two did to me on the first time we met? I opened up a little to them, and they just lay into me. So I think that just fits. I think it fits.
It wasn't
Well,
just us. It was the whole party.
I think
was
the
a
big
big-
teenagers may have added to that.
You know,
You're also the one who told us you went hunting for a rabbit with a gun. You don't do.
I've only ever shot targets before, not living things. How was I to know it was going to explode?
The first time all night you hear Misty laugh like, you said what?
Okay, look, okay. It's been a while since I had to defend myself on this angle, but okay, so say that you're hunting, but you've never hunted something before, and the only thing you've ever attacked has been targets. So maybe you would be a bit surprised to figure out what a weapon can do to a living creature. I was unaware of the impact force done to a small creature from a gun.
Just
You
be
see her
clear,
face
he's an
is a bit
engineer.
red and she's trying not to laugh.
Look, see, we're
But
not the only ones.
In his defense, he has come a long way.
Only because we keep ridiculing him.
You two have seemed to have found a good group. I'm happy to see that. I was a bit concerned seeing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, like I cut out. I was wondering if y'all heard me or not.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Mm,
Okay, but yeah, in my defense, hitting the rabbit, I still hit the target. I was just unassumed on what would happen when I hit a living creature with my gun.
I am glad you all found each other. You seem to be a good group. I'll be honest, was a bit concerned seeing a kind of fallen Ozamar with a werewolf, but you all seem like decent people.
Oh no, he's pretty much our big brother at this moment. By this
Yeah.
time.
I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse.
take it as you will.
He's probably the more stable out
Yeah.
of us.
And from
I don't know if that
and
makes me feel better or worse.
It shouldn't.
It actually does. I mean, coming from him, he's basically the horrible uncle, so the bad influence uncle, and I investor towards Cyrus. So like, at least he's admitting it.
I don't lie often.
Everybody here plays a little part in this little messed up family.
Yeah.
And
I mean, at least I'm the relative who brings presents every now and then.
I would say he's more, what do you say, like middle brother?
I'm the
Marcus?
middle child. I'm the middle child.
Yes.
Well,
Oh,
if
great.
Amarok's more like the older brother who lectures the the younger siblings on what's wrong and what's right.
Yeah,
And
Cyrus is the
Cyrus is just
uncle.
the uncle.
So
Cyrus
wait,
is
yeah.
the uncle.
between the two 16-year-olds and the two adult men, I'm the middle sibling.
Yes, we're the youngest. You're the middle. Amrock's the oldest. Cyrus is the fun uncle.
Oh well, grand. That does fit with how I'm treated sometimes. Oh god, I've never had this feeling. I'm normally the older sibling.
You have a middle sibling back home?
No, it's just me and my sister. We don't have a younger one. I'm the eldest.
I was gonna say, if you have a middle sibling, then you'll know what they feel like. But never mind. Well, sorry. Well, I mean, to be fair, you are a middle child that does sometimes get into trouble, so...
Okay.
Should we bring up the alley with the squirrels? Should we bring up the squirrels?
Or the homeless man?
Or the homeless man?
Name 5 times I've gotten in trouble.
Those were 2.
They just named
The
3.
rabbit, the squirrel, the homeless man.
That's 3?
That's
we need
3.
2 more. We need 2 more.
Mhm.
We need 2 more.
The tower incident flying above the city, although that wasn't exactly trouble, but it could have been.
I was in
Fly
control
on the head
of
of
that
this guild
situation.
here.
Say what? Amarok?
What?
Rawl sunbathing on top of his tower. Let me just jump up here and look at this, you know?
Okay, yeah, that would be 4.
Okay, I was in perfect control of that situation. Had it handled.
Okay, besides the squirrel incidents, do you remember what happened within the squirrel incident where you sat there and berated this poor couple at their home?
Okay, that was not me. That was mostly Cyrus, so don't go tossing that on me.
That was Cyrus being
You
funny.
were the duo. You both did it.
Alright, we'll take him down with me, that's fine.
Grand. Middle sibling. Got it. Understand.
Depending on how serious we want to get here, when someone wanted to do a little experiment and we all separated, left someone alone in their room.
Yeah. I have no recollection of the events in question.
That was a group effort.
You were
with
part of that
several
too,
people involved.
Missy.
Hey,
There was a lot of people involved in that.
hey,
You
I'm
left
not-
me.
You fell asleep.
I'm just throwing gas on this flame war here.
Yeah. Marcus will lay on the sit on the chair and just pop back. And this is our family apparently, but
Dysfunctional as it may be, it works.
Yes. And now we've also adopted a little sister, apparently.
Yes.
Kira's like, yeah.
I love that she's here just listening to all of our baggage.
He's just taking it all in, shocked, and Misty's about the same, just staring at all of you, a bit shocked, and just eating slowly.
Hi, little child. This is like your second experience with the real world. We're all broken people.
everyone in the world is broken. You have to learn that now.
Yeah.
I do lean over to Maddie real quick, and I just kind of whisper, I don't know if we should bring this up in front of, oh my gosh, I can never remember the little girl's name. What is her name again?
Kiara.
Kiara. I always want to call her Kira. I whisper to Maddie, I'm like, I don't know if we should bring this up in front of Kiara, but do you also maybe want to bring up the crow to Misty? Just to see if she knows anything more? Sure. And knows anything about it, maybe connected to Asmar?
Sure, since we're currently being hunted by it, so.
Yeah, it would be helpful if she knows anything. So I turn to Misty and I'm just like, okay. I do have one more question.
Oh, what can I do for you?
Okay. So, have you ever heard of a hag called the Crow?
Yes, the three sisters from the Shed Grove. Yes.
Do they have any connection to Azamar at all?
What? And to be honest, I don't even think there's been a recorded time they've ever attacked an Oddmar settlement, which generally they're known for attacking surrounding areas, but it's mostly been some of Merton's little small town closer to Shade Grove and some of the towns in Emerald Expanse, I do believe, from what stories tell. I've never heard them attacking any of our settlements.
Oh yeah, we're super special. Yay! We're super special, awesome chocolatey fudge specialness. Yay!
You have a hag chasing you down as well.
Yeah, the Crow is kind
She
of.
wanted us to come with her.
Yeah, she was kind of happy that we turned, that we would turn to, like you said, fallen, or at least what it looks like.
Huh.
To add on that, how likely would a Fae be able to steal a divine spirit?
The thought of that makes me incredibly nervous. Well, the Shade Grove Coven is as far as I know, it's the oldest known coven in our continent. It's gotta be a very powerful being. The earliest reports of them were actually around the same time that Luster was walking this plane.
Right.
Fine.
Well, we knew they
think
were
that-
old.
They've been around about as long as this continent has, yes.
Oh, great! We got old biddies coming after us. Great, awesome.
Well,
Go,
to
team,
clarify,
go.
not as old as the continent, but our current recorded history. That's
Which means they could be older than that. If no one truly knows how old they are.
Oh, why?
I mean, I study magic, and even I haven't seen or heard or read anything about what they do.
I know,
And
but I'm just kind of.
the way they fight is it's like a storm
Terrifying.
coming down on you.
Yeah. Actually, one of them literally can control weather. Remember that?
That too, and we haven't even met that one.
At least not that we know of. And remember, if we come across the plant one again, you are not taking any severed heads.
No, that's another mistake.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh,
That's fine.
Oh, it took you a bit, but I'm glad that we got there.
at that point, Misty just like reaches over to a bottle of wine you had set out and pours her a glass of and just.
So you see why he carries that around.
It's good.
You're the cause of his drinking problems.
I try not to drink myself, but I had to there.
Yeah, I'll join you. They got to the 5. Winner, everyone in the room, and I'll like get a glass and for myself.
Kira grabs a glass and reaches out.
Nope. If I don't give it to them, I'm not giving it to someone who's younger than them.
That's number 6, sir. You said everyone.
That is
doesn't
grown-up
count.
juice. It doesn't count. That's grown-up juice. You don't get
Yeah.
grown-up juice until you're a grown-up.
We don't even get grown-up juice.
Nope, because we're not grown-up.
Hey.
But we get meat. And whatever this meat-flavored vegetable is.
And we get ice cream.
Ice cream! Can we dip churros in ice cream?
Oh,
That sounds
Yes.
too good.
we need to do that.
Ice
We need to
cream.
do that.
Yes.
You know, I do kind of partially regret showing you sugar, but that. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's 6 on my part right there. That's number 6.
But we don't think that was a bad thing, though. So it can't be.
Yeah,
six.
that's fine. That's fine.
Considering that you almost stabbed me for a donut.
That's 1 for us amongst 20.
You trying to steal my donut?
Because there were none left.
You could have just asked instead of trying to steal. Okay, so Maddie, we're
Yep.
super screwed.
Yep.
Not
I've
even
acknowledged
as of
this.
Yep, not even Azamar know anything about what the crap's going on with us.
Nope. I say we drown our sorrows in sugar.
Yes, I agree with this.
Oh,
Or
okay.
let's take it slowly here and think about this. We do have this other tournament coming up with the wish as the reward. We got a taste in a tournament life with this. We know our strengths, we know our weaknesses. We use that, we do better. We win, we can see if that can do anything for you.
And hopefully we won't be fighting each other in this tournament, but even if we are, as long as one of us wins, we can use that to help you.
But what if the same situation happened like in this next tournament that happened today with me?
It is a
It
multi-plane
won't.
tournament,
Will it?
so I think they'll be more accepting.
I think I need to go back and rethink how Dad used to meditate. I think I'm gonna need to do that again.
Yes.
Or something else. Emerald, does the academy have a place you can work out? You could have a way of blowing off steam that way if you don't meditate. Sometimes it's best to let it out rather than bottle it up.
She
mean-
hardly fights fist to fist.
I'm not talking about fighting us. I'm talking about like fighting a post or something like a
Just physical
I've-
activity.
yeah, physical
Her
activity.
trying to
That's-
swing a punch will be like you shooting that rabbit that day. It will not go
So
well.
she, oh god, so she'll explode the person? Because
Yes.
that's what happens to
And
the
not
rabbit.
like sure fear the punch. She will get mad that her punch was so weak, she would explode it with her powers. So no.
I'll just get mad and then just guiding bolts it is what you're saying, basically.
Yes.
Eddie?
Yes.
Well, an outlook, physical activity, exercise, ways of relieving stress, rather
We
than
just jog.
yeah, that too.
All of a sudden, Maddie gets the most evil grin on her face, and she turns to Luna. And she says,
What?
I think exercise would be the best idea, don't you, Luna?
I don't like that grin on your face. I don't like it at all. It's the same grin
Well, I
you
mean-
had when you decided to try to jump the fence and run away that one time.
I did make it far, okay?
You still
I
freaking
got
tried
caught.
it.
I got caught. Not by Dad
Oh.
either. I got caught on the fence.
Yeah, that was kind of
Well-
funny, but still.
I mean,
But then I had to help you down.
well, since Emerald and your sister are the two most physically fit in our group, that would do it. Training.
So, tidbit on our life as children growing up. I was always the one outside exercising, you know, getting
Being
my
a normal
stamina
kid.
and yeah. She was always
Yeah.
inside with books. She didn't want to exercise. She wanted to learn.
Except for the
So
times
she
when you would except for the times when you would grab me like you did Amarok that one time and just pull me outside.
That's because I wanted you to play with me and you wouldn't. So
Well,
she would always you would always drag me inside too to study. So this is my revenge for you making me study. You're going to exercise.
but that involves running.
I don't care.
Or
Also, that sounds like
Okay.
a perfect.
I was going
How
to.
about we do a
I know-
compromise then? You don't view it as exercise. You view it as viewing the city. Okay. You learn about the architecture, the history of the city, and you, I don't know, learn breathing exercises, all while
man.
moving.
Okay, so the last one was a
man,
bit of
how
a
can you
stretch,
make
but I'll give you the
exercise
rest.
boring?
Amarok, it's also worth noting that you know that there is very limited training room in the Alchemist Guild, except for like a firing range where they test out some new potions.
I'm aware, running inside, oh, look at this. There's acid on this wall. There's volatile chemicals over there. We're experimenting with gunpowder in the back there. You'd like that. Let's run
Ooh.
through here.
Wait, you
That
guys
actually
have a
sounds
firing range? You guys have a firing range and you never told me?
Who do you think
That does
came
sound
up with the
interesting.
gunpowder?
That actually sounded interesting, though. Like running around saying all that stuff. Now that sounds interesting.
You don't want to run.
Yeah.
They have signs up, no running for a reason. You think Rawl gets mad and yells at you? You should see the little lab coats when you knock something over. They have the little workspaces set up how they like it.
Well, I do
Take
know
one
someone
little
that.
parapet and move it over here, and it's the end of the world. Oh, I had everything set exactly where I wanted. You big dumb thing. Look at you.
Oh, these lab coats at your academy sound like babies in comparison to the lab coats at mine.
Maddie just walks up to him. She puts her hand on his shoulder and she goes, looks strains her neck and looks upwards. And she's like, "Who hurt you?"
And why didn't it stick?
They have very choice words when you're new and you're all elbows in delicate equipment. Okay.
They sound like what
Well-
Luda said to me whenever I would mess up her workstation.
It just sounds like they should build their stuff more sturdy.
Exactly.
Flawed
How
craftsmanship.
can things get broken if they were built sturdy to begin with?
Hey, it's not my fault. Okay, I did what I could for an 8-year-old.
Yes, and I was clumsy as an 8-year-old.
To be fair though, I was trained how to craft things by dwarves, and dwarven craftsmanship can fall off of a mountain and still work at the bottom.
Well, if I could do that, then I would have, but it's not my fault. You were clumsy.
Oh, God.
This is.
Yeah, let's go to the shooting range. I want to see what it's about.
He's like, I gotta get some pent up aggression off.
There's also one suggestion that is probably an unpopular one, but you could also try to harness this power and use it as your own.
That is something.
That
I mean-
would be something if we actually could tell when it was happening.
Oh, that's when you find your
Well-
triggers and then you activate it yourself. After a
Yeah,
while, you
that's-
could eventually control it, but
Mistra just says no.
I mean, would you rather they always be out of
No.
control? So you wouldn't want them to
No.
be out of control. Which means they should
I want
change.
them to get rid of. I want them to get cured, and I plan on helping them do that.
And if
I
they,
don't want them to think they can harness something that shouldn't be harnessed.
yes.
Yeah, especially not since the crow is hacky whenever we use it.
Anything that makes her happy, I want to destroy.
If you want to be in fear of your own inner darkness, by all means, constantly be afraid.
Cyrus, do you also remember that the DM, what's the name of the person that we talked to that told us about this curse?
The Lady of the Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did she actually have a name?
We never asked.
Oh,
just the grandma.
why did we never ask?
That was
So, wait.
Oh, she was just grandma,
Yeah.
okay?
We got all that information from her. She made Marcus become high as a kite, and we never actually asked her name.
Yep.
I know. So rude.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lapse in our part. Okay, back in character.
Yeah, I never asked, so I just kept calling her that.
So yeah, the Lady of the Wood.
Ah. Continue.
It's like I can't remember what I was saying now. Dadgummit, never mind.
The Lady of the Wood did suggest that we get rid of it rather than keep it.
It's not a thing of constantly keeping it. If you can get rid of it, then
Oh.
fine.
I remember what I was going to say now. I was going to say that the Lady of the Woods did confirm that we can't completely control the target that we focus on. If we're facing an enemy, great. That's not horrible, but if for some reason we don't have that target anymore, we could potentially turn on one of you guys. We would rather not.
And that is why I say learn to control it now. You see, right now you have no control. You don't know who you target. But if you're able to get a glimmer of control of the inner darkness, you wouldn't want to hurt us. You might be able to control who you target. That is all I'm
Too
suggesting.
dangerous. I do not approve of it.
So you'd rather them
I agree.
kill an entire stands in a tournament?
I would rather not dwell on what ifs when there's a solution that they clearly think they have.
Killing 3 ancient beings that have been here for as long as the continent itself.
That or the tournament where we have, if we win, a way of potentially undoing it if it's power greater than what this is.
And if we fail,
Then we kill them.
which means
What?
we must have to train longer.
Did you say that then we kill them?
No, the hags.
The hacks.
Oh, I thought you meant
No,
us.
no, no.
I was like, I'm sorry, what?
No.
I just remembered that.
in their sleep. Well,
Hey,
I
Maddie and I
do-
are good at running away. We've done it for most of our lives, okay? We're good at running away, so.
Well, I do get where you're coming from, Cyrus, but it should definitely be their choice if they follow that. But at the same time, if they could control it, if they found what the trigger was, we know what the trigger is. It seems to be strong emotion. So if they harness that moment of strong emotion, but not go all the way over the edge, then potentially they could control it. But they would also have to train to do that either way.
That's all I'm asking. Now, and like you said, it depends on whether they want to, looking at Misty. I only care whether they would want to. I'm not suggesting anything else.
In all honesty, this power, whatever it is, it makes me feel icky.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right.
And it never will. And I'm
If
sorry
I can
to
keep
suggest
from
it.
turning, I'd rather not. I understand trying to control it so that way I don't harm the people I care about. But at the same time, I do want to get rid of it. If there's a way to do both, I'm willing to try.
And that's all I'm suggesting. Never... Don't try to keep it unless it is the absolutely last decision. Last possible thing you could do. Because the thing is, you can't run from yourself forever.
Yeah. I would definitely rather get rid of it. Because, I'm Scourge. So when I turn, didn't you say bad things were happening around me to anyone who was, close to me? That one time in the village?
Yes.
Only for when they were harmed. Like, I was standing right next to you, and I wasn't harmed, so nothing happened to me.
I had black ichor coming out of my eyes.
Well, from what you said, I did too. So, I'm right there with you, but I was kind of triggering it in you and causing pain. So I'd rather not do that.
And
But
I do feel as though I am coming off as misunderstood. Our goal is still the same. To get rid of it. I'm just suggesting.
So I got a question for you. Say that we do try to control it until we get rid of it.
Mhm.
Say that we do try. What's going to stop us from when we try and we keep trying, but we trigger it? What's going to stop us from coming after y'all?
That is the thing. That is the intent.
Because, let's say, if it's high emotion and stress, and it turns out you are the ones that we're stressed about,
You would become
I
our
don't-
target.
If we die by your hands,
don't
we've
wanna
already
take the
failed you.
chance. In that case, I think we had failed you.
No. If our purpose is to help you out and control this, then we would have to have you target us in the first place. We would be your intended targets. If we fail and
would have to-
die, then we weren't strong enough to complete this journey to begin with.
You would have to spar with us, but we have ways. There are spells that I could use that would stop you from approaching, potentially, and that could potentially let us wait out the storm until you calm down.
But the problem is we don't even know what all we can do with those other forms. We just kind of just do whatever.
I don't
But-
even know what we do. I just come to and you're all like, that was interesting. I'm like,
Yeah,
But-
y'all are freaked out. You have very, very, very expressive
worried
faces.
looks.
Yeah.
I think it's quite interesting every
worried.
time you do.
Well, of course you
We-
do.
Well, something we could do is we have a path. If we win this tournament, then that could be the end of it. But if we don't, because we don't know who's all participating in this tournament, then we could go from there. We know we don't want the hags to get access to this, but if we can't find a way to get rid of it, then the option of control rather than getting rid of it would be the better option if we could. But we have a current goal. We have something,
Yeah,
a chance. It's
I was
nothing's
gonna
been decided
say-
yet.
We can focus as of right now on the tournament and trying to win that. And if we don't, and we don't get that wish, then we can try Cyrus's idea and see if we can control it enough until we find another way to get rid of it.
And again, if you're not comfortable with it, don't even suggest.
Nah.
It's just a thought. If it makes you uncomfortable, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I should also
For now,
clarify I wasn't trying to jump down your throat. It was more I've seen Paladin delve with dark power and the results never good.
Problem is, this dark power is forced on them.
Right. I was focused
Yep.
on getting rid of it than trying to cope with it.
Yes. I'm just afraid of another incident that we had at the tournament. If we weren't there, if for any reason it was not handled, a lot of people could have died.
Yeah, the problem is that when one of us turn, the other one automatically as well.
Look, assuming that this is a team fight, from what I've gathered, that we'll all be there. If the worst does come to worst, we contain them first, we forfeit the match, and handle it accordingly.
Oh, in the tournament, I don't think we have to worry at all.
No, I can absolutely see you, Cyrus. Like, Maddie and I turn dark, and you just like to point us in the direction of our opponents and be like, "Here, go fight them."
I mean, yeah.
Get them.
Because, I mean,
But-
this tournament's, interdimensional, like interplanar. They've seen worse.
I mean,
Waiver.
we've literally seen people from other dimensions, namely the hags. But yeah,
Well, either way, anything that you decide, we will have your back on this, whether you choose to get rid of it or not. We have a way that we can get rid of it if we train and win this tournament. Which just means that we have to put our best foot forward when we go there. Use everything that we have to make sure that we come out on top.
yes.
I won't hold back.
I mean, to be
I feel like it's like I feel like I this is going to open a whole new can of worms if I ask what the tournament even is. So I'm just going to trust you that you know what you're doing.
We've been looking into things before we met you on multiple reasons why we came to the city, but this is one of them.
Hey. All right.
And
If you're sure.
I mean,
also, we still have time. We still have time to prepare.
Yeah.
Get everything ready, select what we're going to do, and then when we go, we knock them all out. Also, we in this tournament, we did make it to the final 7.
yeah, our party was pretty much the strongest ones.
Overall,
I disagree.
Overall, we did win. I mean, our party collectively won.
Yeah. And Luna, you were
Yeah,
put in
overall.
a awkward situation, and you still, ended up on top.
I feel like the one person that we probably know that could help, because she knew us for a good majority of our lives, is our Graham. But
Well,
the last letter we received from her, she's staying with relatives, and we don't know exactly where that is.
well, I've been thinking on that. The hags use this. Well, I was found out later on. Use a form of scrying magic to look on us. If we could find someone who had that capability, and you had something that was connected to your grandmother, then perhaps we could find out where she is.
She actually did tell you where she was staying.
I can't
Oh.
remember.
That was
Y'all
the
had a
time that,
traumatic few months. Okay, it's understandable.
that was the time when Luna was out. When I read the
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was already gone by then.
She went back to her home. To her home in the Salty Planks.
The salty what?
Salty Planks. It's the Sea Elf capital.
The salty planks. So wait. So Maddie, did you try to send a letter or anything to her? But back then?
I did not. We didn't really know too much about what was going on.
Yeah, true. I wonder if they have a messenger
That's
guild through there.
That
Well,
could
she
be
sent
something.
you a letter, so you assume they do.
They what?
She sent you a letter first, so you assume she does.
We need to go to the messenger guild after this.
Yep. We need to send her a letter. We need to find out what exactly is going on.
Get
I need
my
a-
tuxedo.
I need a paper and pen. Where's a paper and pen?
I pulled
You're
out a
drawing
sheet
with
of paper.
one.
She helped raise us with our father, so if our father knew anything, then she most likely knows.
Well,
Yeah.
then, let's send your grandmother a letter. And I'll give them a piece of paper and my inkwell.
Okay.
And I just scribble out a quick letter to her. Because I don't think we should really mention the fact that we're being hunted by the hags right now. I think that should be a later thing.
No, keep it low key. But
Yeah.
you have questions.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, this curse is getting kind of out of hand. What do you know about it? Then slide in the hags.
It's just like, hey, we're going through some changes.
Supernatural
It's not
changes.
normal.
Understand.
And from
Some,
what we
like,
understand,
weird
it's not.
changes.
Yeah.
Hitting a second puberty here.
We hear is not
If they hit
normal.
it-
Do you know what's going on? Because we can't remember.
we don't know.
We
And
don't
also,
know.
to have a second puberty, you must first finish the first one. We haven't done that yet.
We haven't finished the first one yet.
My body's just doing these strange things. I don't understand. I'm feeling these weird emotions.
Black ichors running out of my
I-
eyes.
My eyes turn black. My eyes turn black. Blackacre runs out of them. I'm listening to My Chemical Romance. I don't know what's going on.
Well, dearie, that's called your emo phase. Everyone goes through it.
It's not a phase, Graham!
Very common in the young Osimar's phase, where they think they're fallen, but they're not really a fallen.
I mean, there was a time. There's a time in your adolescence where it's cool to be a fallen Azamar.
I just remembered the whole emo thing. We did dye our hair.
Yeah.
Yep, you got a tattoo.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you got a tattoo.
Oh,
You run
yeah.
away from home to dye your hair and get tattoos. Yeah.
You're in the phase now.
Oh no, Gran might beat me later.
Is that ink on the back of
You
your
might be
neck?
surprised to know, whenever I got in trouble, it wasn't our dad that punished me.
No, it's
I
Graham.
remember
Oh.
all too well. It was
Daddy's
great.
girls.
Oh, so you had a stern grandmother then.
I mean,
Yes.
she was
Anything was her weapon. Luna didn't have to deal with it as much.
Yeah, sounds like a grandmother. Yep.
See,
that's
Unbeknownst to y'all, there's currently a flip-flop flying towards y'all from very far away.
It's being mailed, like, through the Messengers Guild, and, like, just open the envelope.
I had to go pick out my own Switch. If it
Yeah,
was too small,
yeah.
she beat me with that one until it broke and told me to go pick another.
Oh god.
And you wonder why I was always the good kid. I didn't want to be hit.
You just
literally
open
opened
the
it.
letter and a sandal comes flying out at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
Oh.
fueled my it just fueled my rage. It didn't stop me. But I got better at hiding.
Not really.
Strict parents make sneaky kids.
She can't climb trees, okay? She can throw things at trees,
But a magic
but
missile.
eventually she gets tired. She is in her early 80s.
But a magic
But
missile
she's also
sandal,
still
though.
But she's also still a paladin.
Shh. I know. Leave me alone.
Fine,
Oh
split the
lord,
tree.
your grandmother was a paladin? She can smite you with a slipper.
She
do you-
was a CS cleric, actually. So she was more like in her 600s.
Oh, she was a cleric?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's different than our original backstory. Never mind then.
Wait. Oh, she was a paladin to backstory? I thought it was cleric. My bad.
No, because I learned being a
Dad
cleric
was a
from
cleric.
my dad. Yeah.
And then I learned paladin
Oh.
from Gran.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got this flipped up. Yeah, she's paladin.
That's how
fine.
like I guess you could say that's sort of how our personalities came through.
Mhm.
I hung around a lot with Graham. She had a very vulgar tongue.
And when she would spank you with a slipper that she smited with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Her favorite I remember just like yesterday, her favorite term of endearment. Come here, you little crap.
That is the interesting part of our society. Sea elves generally have the sharpest tongue amongst all of us. And they're being our closest allies, it makes for some interesting interactions.
Yeah, Grandma's terrifying when she was angry, but she was cool otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah. She was very terrifying.
That
Well,
sounds
she's
about
not
right.
bludgeoning me. She's good.
Yeah. I mean she did well no, I had to go to Dad for healing.
Dad, Grandma beat me again. Can you fix me?
No, it was like a double-edged sword. I go to her to get beat, and then I go to Dad to get healed. The whole time he's lecturing about how I should be more like Luna and less of a troublemaker.
Oh my lord, you are daddy's girls.
Yeah.
Hey, at least he wants the lecture. I would prefer the lecture. If I ever did anything actually bad, he would just give me the look of disappointment.
Yeah, I always was a disappointment, so I became immune to that look.
Oh.
Alright, so
But despite the fact that she had a very big temper, I was closer to Graham. So she
Anyone
did
else feel
sneak
like
me some cookies here and there.
Anyone else feel like sharing the antics from their youth while we're on the subject?
Nope.
Cyrus.
Cyrus already said nope.
Cheers, like, this is the biggest antic I've ever done.
Oh my! You are. This is a big step for an antic, though. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I'm so nervous.
I have to think of it.
You mu-
Shouldn't we probably get her back home soon? I just realized that.
Yeah.
Misty looks
quick
outside. It
question.
probably is 1 a.m.
1 a.m.
We're dead.
Oh, we are so
We're dead. He's gonna
We're like-
kill us all. Then she
It's
turns
like-
to Amrock. He's gonna kill you first.
I'm
Yeah.
going. Yeah.
It's good. It's like that scene in The Incredibles when he's like, "We're dead. We survived, but we're dead."
Well, so he'll kill Emerald first, and then I wonder who he'll save for last.
Not the twins.
Whoever gets to be last does have an opportunity to escape, though.
Yeah, maybe he'll be tired and he'll only maim you a little bit. See,
Maybe.
I'll hold him off while y'all run and hide.
Cyrus just kind of like looks, clicks his heels twice to activate and deactivate his boots while looking at you guys.
Just, I'm ready.
It's like
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
forgot
always
you
ready
had
to
that.
flee.
Well,
Oh crap! You
I
have
mean,
wings. You're taking me with you, and I just turned to
well-
Maddie like you're taking me with you with your wings.
it is
All right,
1
so
a.m.
guide mine
We-
your escape plan.
It is 1 a.m. We should get ready to head back. The later we stay out, the worse it's going to be. So, Marcus, Draco, wake up. And, like, you see the bands from his studded leather come around and wrap around his body and latch into place. We should be
Man,
going.
I've never been this nervous since Graham caught me digging the pit of doom.
How were you doing that, anyways? That was just silly.
Determination. Look. Okay.
Why in the garden?
I was. There was a critter. He was eating all the plants, and I wanted to catch him. I just didn't expect her to fall in it.
Okay, I will admit that was pretty funny. I remember even Dad snickered at that.
So I'm understanding that a lot of these beatings were justified.
Yes,
Oh, right. Every one of them, yeah.
everyone. I never
Oh.
denied that I didn't deserve the beatings. But you should have seen her climb out that pit, though. If looks could have killed, I would have been dead around the world twice. I never see her through a shoe so fast. I've never seen her move so fast.
Well, and I mean, in my sister's case, our dad was more of the disciplined one. Our mom was more of the enabler.
Oh,
Being that
I would-
she likes to make things too.
That's fair.
What, were you making pipe bombs in like your living room?
I mean, not pipe bombs, but some things sometimes exploded.
After school activities, that's fine.
I was going to say, if me and you were children at the same time, we really
Oh,
could
no,
have
we-
done some
we-
damage.
We probably would have destroyed a couple houses, maybe, if we were.
Comrade.
I miss she just kind of laughs. The only really thing I did. I was betrothed to this one young noble, and at a young age, and I didn't like it so much. I challenged him to a sword fight, and he thought it was just us playing, and I beat him in front of all of his friends, and he refused to marry me after that. It was quite humorous.
Well,
Nice.
I mean, that's just called standing up for yourself. Shouldn't have to marry anyone you don't want to.
Oh, I ain't.
Yeah, arranged marriages would suck. Okay, I'm glad if that was going to be part of our upbringing, if we had been raised in Asmar, Azamar community, I'm glad to be warned.
Yeah, I
It's-
guess that's a positive.
It's more
Yep.
common in some families than not, but some circumstances around our family caused us to seek one out, and no, I didn't have it. My
Are you-
father apologized for it later.
Are you nobility?
Yes,
Are
I told
you-
you I was from a. I told you I was from a prominent knight family.
There's a difference between prominent and noble.
Well, Knight implies that she's a blue blood, essentially.
Fair enough.
I was born and earned my nobility. Yes.
Knights, or they, from what I know, they are earned titles, and their families are royalty by acts, rather than strictly blood.
Yes.
I just kind of-
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
But it's also why I prefer going by just Misty instead of my full name. I don't put it out there who I am too often. I honestly showed y'all more than I normally show people.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that we really don't know much about Azamar communities and stuff, so I mean, we didn't know anyways.
Yeah.
I could tell. Just don't be talking about the symbol in the back of my neck now, yeah?
Wait, what?
Exactly.
No, I actually didn't understand what you said, but okay.
You
You
turn
said
robotic.
Oh, sorry. I said, just don't be talking about the symbol in the back of my neck now, yeah?
Yeah.
Am I still coming through robotic?
No, you came through fine. It was just it's the fact that was the exchange. It's like the symbol on the back of my neck. Wait, what? Exactly.
Okay. I just kind of like casually look down at my watch and I'm like, it's 2 a.m. now.
Well,
We're gonna
let-
die!
let's get back there.
I mean, at this point, isn't it better just to beg for forgiveness than to ask permission anyway? So, I mean, we're already out.
I'm going to set out tomorrow, but I'll try and contact you again next time I'm in town, or if I hear anything, I'll send updates to you.
Yes, please.
In particular, I should be in the rogue states for a little bit in case you ever find yourselves in that area.
I don't think we're going into that area, are we?
That's honestly
Not-
a good thing.
Not currently. I mean, as far as I know.
Did we go through the rogue states? I look at Maddie.
Don't think so.
No, I've never been there.
It's okay, cool.
That you're aware of.
We're aware of.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't bode well at all. Okay. Yeah, just send us, if you get any information, just let us know and send it through the Messengers Guild, I guess.
Of course. No.
And Misty, you can keep the bottle of wine. Have the other 2 glasses for yourself.
Oh, I need to stop so I can actually get up early to set out on my journey tomorrow.
Well, should we be off then?
Either way.
I hope I was able to help. And she gets up and she puts a hand on both the twin shoulders like, I'll be praying for your journey, my brethren in arms.
Be praying for yours too.
Thank you.
Okay, so also, we need a Salty. Yeah. We'll probably have more questions for you next time we meet you. But for now, yeah, we probably need to go before we all die.
Yep.
Yes,
I
please
think I
tell me
can
what you
feel
will.
his wrath from here.
Yeah.
So that slight heat you feel, that's anger. Like emanating all the way to here. The city's temperature is raised like 5 degrees because he's mad.
All right.
Once once we are about to leave her place, I do want to say something. Once we've left,
Okay, yeah.
I guess also, are you talking about like when all of us are out?
yeah, like when we're all out in the street heading back.
Okay.
To the...
Before that, Cyrus would like to make sure that he is the last one to exit the door, and just kind of look back at Misty, and be like, "Don't worry. Their safety is actually our top priority. Sorry if I gave the wrong impression."
She smiles like, y'all do seem to deeply care about each other. I take solace in that. You stay safe as well.
No promises. Steps out the door.
Alright. You'll start to
Well.
make your way through the city at night, and it's nice. But yeah, go ahead and say what you're going to.
Well, signs of personal growth on both of you. On a lot of you. You didn't immediately roast this person the second that we met them. Personal growth.
Well, I mean, she did have answers to some questions that we were wondering about Asmar, so.
I mean, plus we're all a little beat up, have witty comebacks right now.
Well,
Yeah.
either way, but at least now you have met another Azamar. You have more insight to what's going on. Potentially someone we can contact later on.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, yes. And we're more concrete in our plan of what we're moving forward to next. But there are still multiple things I want to get in order before we even think about stepping into that arena, because they did only say one magical item, but there are ways around magical. When magic fails, science prevails.
Cool.
Okay.
Hey, DM, how far away are we from the tournament?
You got another 2 weeks right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, I imagine we're all just heading back to the guild right now?
Yeah. Currently, you made your way across the bridge the rest of the way, and you see it actually goes down into the Temple of Cordell. But there's also a staircase that leads outside of it to where you can just walk through a temple district and go straight back to research. So you make your way there, and the further you go away from the bridge, the more the crowd seems to die down. You see, even the Temple of Cordell seems to be pretty lively tonight. You even see the war priest outside talking and chatting with some people, just having a grand old time, discussing the fights that happened tonight, actually.
I don't see the priest that I fought, do I?
You do not, actually.
Good.
Yeah. As you make your way down a little bit, you y'all get this weird feeling as you pass by some of the more darker buildings. Some seems a little off until suddenly y'all look forward and you see a figure standing in the middle of the street.
I take the dodge action.
Kind of rocking back and forth a bit till you're and he steps forward a bit more into the light, and you see a hobgoblin figure standing there. I was like, yeah, you guys, I was waiting for you. I think. Is this a dream?
Yes,
Is this Nick?
Dream.
Oh, yeah.
And he just kind of pinches himself. No, it's not good. This is Nick.
Oh, no.
I'm sitting by the dodge action.
Okay. Alright. He takes a step forward with his hands in his pocket, and he pulls one out and points at Amarok, and is like, tell your pact lord or whatever he is, I'm not interested. I'm just doing my own thing right now. I don't care about whatever kind of holy squabbles they have. Alright, I'll talk to you later.
Whoa, hold up here. What? Run that by me again?
And you just hear him snoring and starting to walk away.
You narcoleptic.
He
I
And he
don't
makes
want
his
to.
way.
I don't want
Wait,
to
what?
touch him. I really don't want to touch him. I want to shake him away, but it's like, oh no, this is gonna be bad.
And he actually makes his way to the stairs of one of the temples and just lays down and goes back to snoring.
Can I walk just closer and try to talk to him, see if he'll wake up?
Don't do it! Don't do it!
You
Yeah,
don't
sure.
just drop that information. I've walked through portals because I was curious. This is, yeah.
Do we see
What?
him walking over there?
Okay,
He's a Goliath.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Okay, so I will.
Kira's
just
walking with you, and she pulls out a stick that she found on the side of the road.
Oh no, the child's coming. No, baby girl,
Oh.
no.
Try not.
Go,
No,
go.
No.
Just go stand with them for a second. I'll be back.
Aw.
Yeah, I'll just
She
have
holds
my
the stick out
hand.
to you.
I'll have
She
my
gives
hand in
me
my
the
jacket.
stick.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna take the stick.
you have the stick.
Okay, I'll just
That's
walk
the
into
authority.
prodding range and just poke at.
I'd also like to make note that I pull her back over when she comes back to us, like in between me and Maddie.
Also, DM.
As the- Yes.
Just in case anything happens, I do want to, like, in my jacket, just kind of have my hand resting on my gun, just in case.
I'm not looking to start a fight here.
You may not be looking to start. You may not be looking to start a fight, but he may be looking to
point.
start one.
No, he just said he wasn't.
Alright, you poke him. The eye on his chest opens.
Yeah.
And he stands up, and as he is, the cloak's falling off. Then he's just like, eyes wide open. Then he looks at you for a second. Then the eye shuts, and he goes back to Lyric. You know, I'm having a good dream.
Well, I'm sorry that reality sucks and that you're a part of it. But
Hey, that's the proof.
you've mentioned a few things for me that I quite frankly want to know about. Okay, I have no idea who this pack is. I want to know. You seem to have more information than what I have. I would like to know what you know.
Wait. And he actually, his eyes open a bit wider, and he just slaps his face a bit. You mean to tell me you're not one of Romara's folks?
No, I am not.
Oh dear. Forgive me, that was a misunderstanding. When you showed up at the tournament, I thought it was some coincidence or some divine intervention, something like that. I don't know. When I was back in the rogue state, some of the Lion Pack tried to recruit me. It's just about some camaraderie about us being part of forbidden religions and all that fun stuff. And they're just like, yeah, we can be more powerful together, roar. And I'm just like, nah, I'm good. They were very annoying.
And the Lion Pack, that's just a rival mercenary guild opposed to Advent, is what I'm gathering, because it was mentioned earlier.
No, I don't have any ties to. I don't even have ties to Advent. Well,
I'm not asking if you do. I want to know what they are. I've not heard much
getting-
about them.
I'm getting there. When you said rival, that implies. That implies you see, he's just kind of rocking back and forth. I've been awake for a few minutes. Damn. You said rival. That implies I'm with Advent. I'm not. The Lions Pack is the group of lycanthrope in the rogue states. They rule an entire town and good surrounding area of Shade Grove, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you
And
heard of
you
anything about a blood pack? I've heard them mentioned too as being lycanthropes.
I might have mixed some words up, but that's actually the same group that you were told that the people you know were sent to infiltrate.
Okay.
So yeah, you've heard of Lion Pack before.
All right. Gonna alter notes here.
Okay. He's like, yeah, they I know them. They're okay. You don't know them. Just They want power, so of course they're going to try and take stuff over. And me, I'm a hobgoblin, and we just hate when we feel like we're being belittled or something, and then they're just like, yeah, we can get one of them on our side. And I said no. And yeah, I thought you were one of them, so yeah, I think that's it then. I'll probably never talk to you again. Good fight though. And he just lays back on the stairs.
The blinking guy meme, and then just, okay, walks away.
Had a good talk, did you?
Yeah. Great guy, that one. Such a chatterbox, can't get him shut up.
I mean, I personally think he needs to see a doctor for his narcolepsy, but...
Yeah, probably. But yeah, he didn't really have much of anything I needed. So yeah, y'all ready to go get yelled at then?
Sure. Always eager to get yelled at.
Yeah, it'll be just like when we were kids, except I'll be being yelled at as well.
Who's our... Why? No! Whatever you're doing, stop it.
Alright. As he turned back to start going down the street, you notice he's gone actually.
Wait, even I didn't notice that?
Nope.
Well then. I don't trust that at all.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing, seeing as how he worships.
You didn't even know. I had to tell you.
Yeah, and I'm glad you did.
Well, yeah, I wanted you to be aware.
But
Plus the whole scream about Remora and our whole werewolf in the basement experience. I kind of figured something wasn't right.
Huh?
so we...
Go ahead.
I had a question. So when we were in the basement and I got bit by that guy, I thought that you could only become, well, like you, if you had something about you that'll let you do that. Already. When we were in the basement.
Yeah.
I thought that I didn't think it was possible that just anyone could become a werewolf or a lycanthrope.
We were altered. We're not true lycanthropes in a way. We're trying to think of the words to explain this. We are changed, and we've taken the better aspects of what it is and created what we are.
They are controllers of the darkness of the curse.
You're artificially created.
Yes.
What did you say, Cyrus?
They're controllers of the darkness of their curse.
Only tentatively.
My question is, would I have lost control if I became like that guy, like you?
Well, you wouldn't have been like me. You would have been true werewolf. You would have changed. There would have been nothing left of you.
Well, that's a frightening thought. I guess that's technically another time where I almost died again. But, so this is... Alright, so we have dealt with this experimental lab being controlled by this cult. And there's this other group of people. So, and the person that you just talked to, he's part of a cult. So, but I wonder why it's all connected. That's all.
Not to mention the one spider deity that almost ate your soul.
Yes, that one.
We've encountered 3 of the forbidden gods now.
We've encountered 3 groups of people who worship those forbidden gods so far. I don't even know if that has anything to do with what we're doing right now, or if it's just this whole other thing that we're stumbling into.
Interesting.
Well, and also, you would know, Amarok, that this is one of the few places in the continent that you actually can worship pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Like, the only religion actually banned here is the religion of Tiamat. And that took a lot of pressure on Rawl's part after some events that happened some time ago.
So clear this up for me with, like, the forbidden gods here, whatever they are. What do you want to call them? Would it be like a yin and yang thing? Like, there are good aspects of these otherwise evil gods, or is it just solely like, ooh, these are bad altogether?
You are not too sure, actually. You've never done a lot of studies on it. But, as you've seen for Nick, he doesn't seem like an inherently bad person, just likes to sleep. But from what you've seen, there seems to have been mostly negative aspects, but when you see someone like Nick, it kind of makes you wonder.
Okay.
Well, there is another that we haven't. There are multiple we still haven't encountered. I mean, there's the one who opposes, who is basically the opposite of the one that I was raised to believe in. August, you've met people who worship August. August is he's a god of forge and fire and creation, and the opposite of him is the one who just represents destruction. We haven't met anyone from that group yet.
Unless, if this pact is building an army, maybe they're already a part of it. What else? Other deities would be a part of a alliance to cause war.
I mean,
could the Lions Pact be in cahoots with the chained birds?
That would be if everyone that we've encountered is connected in some way. Who knows?
To be fair, the Chambers did also give us the vibe of a cult as well, and we don't know exactly who they were following.
Well, we were told as much too by Rawl.
They might be more organized.
Hey,
than we
DM.
think.
What time does the sun rise?
Yeah, wait. Just stop in the middle of the street having dang, like, philosophy here.
I basically, like, at this point, I'm like, you know what? It's like, it's
Let's
already...
just say 6 a.m. to be even.
Okay. I'm like, you know what? It's already this late. We're not a lot closer to what we were before. I was gonna say, like, do I just want to go watch the sunset and then go get yelled at?
Or
We're at
rise.
last view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Might as well. I mean,
we're already out.
it'll allow someone to see more of the city.
Yeah. Joros. I wonder if any of the churro places are
Yeah,
open still.
like the vendor is open at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, there's a huge crowd back there where we just came from. They could be back there. Hey, DM, did I notice any churro stands?
Not any that were currently open.
Alright.
But is their stock still there?
We're
They're
not
kind of
stealing.
but they roll out.
Okay. I'm resigned to my fate. Whatever y'all want to do, I'm good with it.
Sure. Let's find a good spot to sit. We'll wait for it to come up, and then we'll go back and get yelled at.
Get yelled at.
Um, what when we find a good spot to sit, Marcus will actually take out some of his coffee. We'll start brewing it and it's like dishing out cups to people.
We
Alright.
probably should
Yeah.
just, after this get some sleep.
I'm
So
gonna
the Temple
sleep.
War-
Well,
Um,
I mean, I'm still exhausted from being beaten up. Plus, it's late at night, so I think the caffeine probably wouldn't affect me as bad as it would before.
No, you'll crash once we get back.
Can't yell at us, we're sleeping.
Well, I imagine him yelling at me will keep me awake, and then I can go pass out.
So as y'all think about a good place, you realize, hey, the place we were at earlier probably a really good place to watch the sunrise. Make your way back to the big bridge. At this time, a lot of people have cleared out, and you find a place by the bar, and just by the bar that's overlooking the water. Just all sit there, take it all in, just kind of talk and just catch up, reminisce, share stories until it's really late. At one point, Kiara just falls asleep, laying on one of your arms. she's pretty tuckered out.
That's fair.
But eventually, y'all get to see the sunrise as it just cranes over the woods and into and over the city. Looks real beautiful as the lights reflecting off the Great River's water.
This was a good idea.
It gives you all a nice little moment of solitude after all the craziness you guys have been through. And I think this is a good ending point for tonight.
Yeah.
Just cutting out that yelling altogether.
We'll save that
Oh
for
no,
next
that's going to
time.
be for the first part of
Oh,
next
no.
week.
No, that's for the first thing. We're gonna get hit with that next week.
Yeah.
I thought of just ending it when y'all ran into Nick, but I'll let y'all end on a good note this time.
But then I brought up, hey, what time does the sun rise?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I thought
Honestly, I actually think this is one of the few times we end on a chill note. Most of the time, it's like high tension.
Yeah.
or we're crashing like, okay, we go to bed exhausted, and then that's where we're in.
Brad.
Wow.
Oh yeah, like this was a perfect spot to play like the Majula theme.
Oh, that is a good theme for watching the sunrise.
Yeah, it was perfect. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I've already linked the socials. If you haven't already, join us in the Discord. And we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Peace.
Bye.